ahora.
Ay, ahora sí. Aguanta.
Te duele el culo que te diga longuito.
Chucha, vea. ¿Por qué va a doler? Vale, verga.
Oye, tu madre.
Recién te levantas. Hasta que lo transmitimos que hasta las 4 y te seguías conectado a las 3.
Ya sabes, mijo.
Yo vi esa verga de a Pablo Domínguez, estaba en GTA. Nah,
Ah,
no.
yo me dormí a las 5 me dormí.
Yo me vi a
Hijo
las
de
4,
puta.
dije ni verga ya, me lo saco. Yo no sé qué chucha ver y serie ver, lo que está viendo la de Nicky Jam otra vez.
Eh, Esta película que es arrecha, hasta el último hombre.
Hasta el último, ¿de qué se trata?
Es de un man que va a la guerra. Es arrecha, mijo. Míresela nomás.
Eh, esta noche. Chucha, no, mañana, pues. Esta noche salgo.
Con sus maridos.
No sé,
Pero dígame, sí, no.
no sé, porque no sé si voy a
Como
salir
que
con una
no.
pelada.
Esa verga.
Ya sabes, mijo, bien quiere evolucionar una gordita ya. Vamos a parar que mientras configuro esta hueá.
4 4 de esto, 8 de esto.
Ahí está. Ay, loco, qué loco. Me siento dormido todavía.
Ya poder meter la verga.
Chao, mía. Sí que le encanta mencionarlo, así que.
Ya sabes. Yo vivo con traumas de ahorita.
Ah,
Te cuento la historia, ¿no?
ahora, cuando no toma ese volumen de micro. Sabes que estás en directo y hay una persona viendo, así que.
Esa verga.
Ay.
Esa verga, la Nicole en 8, la Nicole en 8.
Ah, pues no hizo gol.
¿A tú no estabas en directo? Chucha, yo estaba diciendo. Todavía ni busca
La
el
plena.
título este hijo de puta. Así que
No,
ni verga, yo dije.
hice cualquier cosa.
Aguanta, ¿qué mejor? ¿Qué mejor? A ver, ¿qué mejora? Esto no, esto. Vamos a mejorar este hijo de puta.
Púrate que cayó
12
gente.
¿Por qué hijo de puta? A jugar tranquilo. Se me tiene mal, me tiene mal. Seguro que se espera, se me tiene mal. Este man es malo, soy yo.
Tengo 7 minions.
Todo bien. Ayer. Ayúdeme.
¿Dónde está? ¿Tiene más gente?
Pues mamá ver.
Chucha, vale verga, no. Aguanta. Mira ahí, pues sí. La plena me la pegó.
Hijo de puta, Fabricio.
Bueno, pues verga, por darme a dejar con esa vaina.
Ay, mijo. Ah, ya tenemos.
También tengo un botiquín. ¿Qué cojo la plena?
Ese man parecía más bot que la puta vida.
No lo mató, marico.
Uy, una descarga, mi perro. De regalo. Uy, como parece la Nicole.
Aguanta que está.
Bueno, mi perro.
Déjame ver qué dice. Boilas, vale verga, Fabricio. ¿Cómo a verga, mijo, si lo maté? Puta es rata el careverga, ni siquiera creo que está en su casa y está viendo el directo.
Oh, tengo 4000, ¿te lo llevas?
Tengo 6.
Ah, verga.
Qué rato. Escucha, amigo, sí, comente rápido, pues te amo. Sos maricón, gordito, ni porque no estás conectado, deja de tu mariconada. No me llegó mi escudo. Llegó un botiquín.
Puta, estoy en la racha.
Escuchame, hijo. Solo necesito balas, mijo, y nada más. Qué hueva, siento mal configurada esta verga de sonido.
Oh, está aquí, ay. Ay, huevo.
Tengo un stick gordo. Pero
Ah, ya tengo 50, toma. Y una corredera quiero.
tengo una corredera azul, ¿qué tiene?
Tengo la de 12 balas.
¿Cuál? La de tambor.
La de 2. Ajá.
Ah, dame verga tú. Encuéntrame una de combate y te la cambio.
Cara de verga.
Cualquiera de combate, mamá verga. Esta hueá de
Ay, ya
12
te
balas no
jodieron
sirve
esa
para
verga.
nada. Aquí hay otro escudo grande, que va. Más mini. Más mini.
O sea, verga, brother. ¿Qué es el punto y
La
nosotros lo
zona.
botear?
Tu madre.
A ver.
Tengo lanzadera. Chato, madre. Me hubiera llevado la fe, tío, a ver.
Fui la cara al punto, perra.
Chato, madre. Ya fuiste, verga. Voy a usar el aún. Estás sin lootear.
Loco, mamá, a ver. Es más loco que tú y esta verga.
Lo de acá no. Tu madre. Ah, la plena. A ver qué pasó, gente. Algo verga. Pero hay cofres sin abrir. Aquí hay una pan verde.
Esta gente del punto, pues mamá, a ver.
Estaba en la mierda, no me di cuenta. A ver. Vamos a la fogata de acá arriba. Fogata en zona. Bueno, está del otro lado.
Aquí hay una fogata.
Esta hueva ya lo usaron. ¿Dónde hay una fogata?
Ay, mijo, ¿qué chucha me dispara?
Eso es lo que tengo acá arriba, creo.
Ay, mijo,
Ven,
una
ven
nomás
acá.
le explotó. Tengo atrás tuyo, joder, le puedo coger el coche.
Uno en blanco. Ya viene. El negro está en blanco.
No, el otro está, el que está acá está en blanco, creo.
El negro hace
Yo
rato lo
maté
dejé en blanco.
al deriva maté.
¿Dónde está? ¿Te va a rematar?
Ese- No, no, viene por el amigo, el negro. Vente, vente. Está abajo, está abajo.
Pongo botiquín,
Va a
¿no?
rematarlo. Nah, verga, ¿por qué dejas que me remate?
Te pregunté si te iba a rematar y tú dijiste que estabas con el pan.
Mamá, verga, te...
Te va a reír ya. Espera.
Que encima te cogen de descarga.
¿Viste ese tiro? Ese tiro pensé que le di. ¿Qué te llevo, gordo? Una escopeta.
Mi escar, chucha tu madre.
Come verga.
Oye, la escalera era mía, cabeza verga.
Pero ya, pues es mía.
Dale, verga. Su fusil, por lo menos.
¿No quieres una escopeta? Te voy a dar la pan ya.
De su fusil y la escardan.
Chucha, casi me hago verga, sí.
Cuando te muera, mamá, verga.
Es que estoy mirando de vida.
No, no, aquí, revíame rápido.
Hay gente.
Muy rápido.
Hay gente, ¿sí viste? Construyeron de este lado. Es que no la
Vaya
sé.
rápido.
Es que si me toca la zona muero.
No le voy a coger la zona. Rápido, mamá, verga. Dame la escar y la pan.
Ay, loco, así que la pela, la plena. Ahí están las balas.
Y dos balas, y las balas, por
Yo te
favor.
lancé
Y
las
dos
balas.
mines, 3 mines, dame 3 mines.
Pucha, loco, todo quieres, maricón, todo.
Bueno,
Un francazo que sí. Ponte los minis, mamá verga. Bueno, podemos ir a lootear aquí. Chucha, no estás gordo de verga. Oh, gordo. Chato, madre, se fue. Chale, verga. No jodas.
¿Qué caballero? Mauricio.
No te a comer verga, po.
Marico, llegó mi madre. Y me dijo que me probara muchísima ropa ya, pues que chucha que ¿qué tiene? Arrecha, vieja. ¿Y la escara? ¿Puedo marico con la escara? ¿Te estás peleando?
Habla huevada.
¿Estás peleando?
Sí, lo peor que son dos muertos, bro. Uy, se
Pucha,
deletió.
pues mátelo, pendejo.
Que me deletió, pues.
Ese es fuerte lo del tío.
Me metí en la construcción, me deletió. $94 en la trompa.
La plena que son muertos, loco.
94 en la
Mira, ni
trompa.
caminar, ¿sabes? Estos son nuchitos con buena puntería.
Verga, maricón, ese hijo de puta, el siguiente skin de ahí se me metió que es el Galaxy. Atrás, loco, atravesó mi pared y ni cuenta me di, me desbajó todita la vida.
Puta.
Qué asco.
Careculo, tomando fotos. No creo.
Tu, 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 pa, pa, pa. Ah.
No creo.
Ya está la transmisión, a ver. Ah, todavía no, pero ya mismo comienza.
¿Pero qué cosa?
El World Cup. Ah, mira, ya
Sí,
está.
güey, ¿Ya comenzó?
Ajá. O sea, no, pero están poniendo los nombres y todo. Dándole inicio. No me quitan el video por transmitir esta verga, ¿sí o qué?
No.
Pero no quiero escuchar, loco, esta huevada.
Pero, ¿cómo hiciste esa vez? ¿La sacar?
O sea, no, o sea, quiero ver, pero no escuchar.
No, no. Sí, pero puedes oírlo, pues también, pues.
No, latifundio.
Iniciar World Cup, voy a poner. Me voy a ir lagueado la hueva.
Atísima madre.
Plop, 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 plop. Ya me subió el pin, pues, ¿qué espera? No, ¿y quién es hijo de puta? Ah, ¿y es el de dúo?
Sí, hoy dúo, mañana solo.
Uy, pues, vale verga, pues, loco. No te fue en el dúo. Chucha, pues mira. Se fue chucha, ¿qué chucha quiere jugar?
Ah, qué arrechate, me salen mini. Tengo 2 minis para ti.
Ver, qué puta.
Es a ti ese. Toma, 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 gordo, gordo. Ven acá. Toma, toma. ¿Puedes venir? Gracias. No te cubro.
De verdad. Más recha esta huevada, te lo juro, que te estás metiendo rata. Por el tuyo este se mueve desde la primera temporada. Atrás tuya está.
Aquí adelante.
Está aquí donde yo estoy, aquí al ladito. Aquí. Al frente. Ah, recho.
¿Qué te quieres, por mí?
O esa escopeta culea, loco. Son los de Brasil. Los de Brasil.
Tengo 6 balas de escopeta. Mete las manzanas, pues ya. 26 tienen escudo.
¿Dónde?
Adelante. El que tiene el casco de la motocicleta este metió 26. Te pasaste de verga la plena. Mismo, mátalo, lo tiene al frente.
Le metí 23, pues mamá verga.
Qué re, chante, loco, me deletió apenas de entrega.
¿Cómo le quité? Ah, 23. Ay, puta, aguante la World Cup, 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 chucha tu madre, rancio, huevo. Se me paran los pelos cuando no hay. Ya ahorita sí me pongo atrás.
Final del World Cup. Quiero ver si puedo configurar esta vaina. A ver si pongo el video, pero no veo, no escucho el sonido de esta vaina. Era recho eso.
¿Quién es ese hueputo? Está guapo. Ah, qué triloco. Pero mira esa pesada. Hijo de puta. Hijo de puta doble moral.
No, esto no es.
La plena, se viene a comenzar PC. Y con un internet en la juega. Uy. Hijo de puta. Es mejor de que la World Cup dice hijo de puta.
No.
Vamos a ¿dónde, verdad? Vamos aquí. Ve, la mamá ahí está hablando. Que vale verga
Mira
el hijo está
atrás, uy, no cogió ni una trampa, loco.
diciendo. Hijo de
No, man, son
puta.
unas bestias, loco.
Facebook.
¿Qué gente? La vaina estorba para verlos.
Ay, joder.
That the entire community thinks you're cheating. That you are that much better that everyone's there. There's no way, and you saw it there. Him and Mega had one of the most ridiculous performances, racking up their 50 points in their last 2 matches.
No, pero ¿por qué?
And I mean, it was nuts follow, but now time to get into the next one. Yeah, let's go ahead forward. First pair is XXM and Mendave out of China. And then following them on the Airwax and Decom.
Me la pegan, no.
SSK7 and Jam side. And then finally, Volks and Barbie on the right there. And XXM and Men were the only Chinese teams.
Ay, tenía la de tambor.
¿Cuántos son? ¿Cuántos son?
Uno. Ah, ya lo van a matar. Lo mataron. Solo queda uno aquí abajo. Ah, dos. Son dos ya. Atrás estoy atrás.
De tu madre, pensaba que estaba al frente de mí.
Te dije atrás,
Lo sabía, sí sabes, lo sabía.
¿Dónde está para editar el... Voy a editar el título, voy a ponerlo. No puedo editar...
Viendo la World Cup rancios,
Ahí
hijo de
está.
puta. Chepa, chavales.
Fortnite.
Che tu madre, mosquijo de puta. Che tu madre, anda, pícala a la zorra de tu madre. ¿Todo bien, Fabre?
Todo bien, mijo, todo bien. Ahí está. Seguro los
Aguante la World Cup rancio.
Ahí está, mijo. Ay, bien. Cancela. Qué verga, no puede cancelar. Salte de la partida, Alberto.
¿Por qué?
Porque me puedes hacer caso, gracias, nada más. Sí, el boom, 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 boom.
Scooby-Doo, pa, y el truco.
Salta. Ya se demora mucho en cargar siempre esta vaina.
Ay, la cosa suena.
¿Cómo estaba 4? Está jugando con... Ah, no puedo ver.
No te Bad Bunny, pues. Bad Bunny,
Copyright,
Bad
pues,
Bunny.
mijo.
A mí qué chucha me importa que haga copyright la puta de tu madre. O la mi puta de las notificaciones, de la mi chucha de tu madre.
Comienza. Mire esos manes que están hablando. Es como que vieras. Tú en. ¿Qué es? Coreano, japonés. Chino, ¿qué se llama?
¡Esa verga!
Tú y Leonardo, sí, es solo que de otro país. Sí, igualito, loco.
La puta de tu madre, puta. Lonquijuego.
No, que arrecho que siempre hablan y hablan y nunca comienza temprano.
Oslo and Bad Sniper, 4CR and Nowhere, Red Rush and Snappy, and then Ukraine and KBB. This is a bunch of guys out of Europe, and then the Chinese qualifiers coming out of the Tencent track. And I mean, some of these guys
Ahí está.
incredibly skilled.
Asia, son de Asia.
Ridiculous 41 elimination victory route during the semifinals, and then they carried over the performance into the Sunday.
One of the only times we saw actually consistency from the semifinals carry over into the finals.
Chucha, la de países,
Another team
¿no?
that actually started breaking through in the finals towards the end led them to qualify as Oslo and
Aguante la World Cup,
very
perro.
interesting about this group, or this duo in particular. They're going to be contesting at
Cayó gente ya,
Towers,
confirmo.
and they are very proficient at doing so.
They will be in the fray, and if
Mucho
Bad
poco.
Sniper gets a sniper in his hands, here's the joke. His name
Dos
online is
equipos,
actually
por
not
lo
Bad
que veo,
Sniper
porque
because
están
he
peleando.
hits all of those shots will be looking to make them pay. Now,
Chucha, aquí está.
pair.
Ah, más de dos.
Kind of just
No entiendo.
like to chill out at times. They like find themselves on the edge, take the rifles. If they
Sí,
know they have
Asia, los coreanos son locos.
as well in the Winter Royale.
And on the bottom right there, Yu Wang and KBB, they came out of the Tencent track, which was
Es más la que tu vida.
posted out in China. So a lot of people didn't see those games. Don't really know what these two are all about. Let's continue and find out more about them.
Que cayó, pelo.
Lo dejé en blanco y le di tiro, no.
You know.
非常亢奋吧，就
You know se llama You know.
切磋。如果
Está peleando con
想
Fred.
跟一个对
Se me perdió.
来对抗的话，我更希望是跟芒果那队。
要对游戏的喜欢，对吧？然后就是
Está arriba, está arriba.
对游戏的理解。
也要有一个，
Chucha, me dio una vuelta a la plena.
就是想成为冠军，
Está bien, pues yo.
就是要奔着冠军去。
喜欢这款游戏，然后对游戏理解程度，然后对自己的技术。
自我改变，但这一切都是靠自己。冠军，
Magnific War, quiero machinade, War.
So happy to see their level of excitement and to be here representing China through those 10-second track. It's amazing to watch them play.
Pero eso es muy bonito, War. Aquí baile.
Chinese team represented, and now in
Esta escopeta está chetadísima, loco.
¿Cuál tiene?
qualify in the final week.
¿La nueva que metieron?
Parece la doble cañón. La dos de bala.
Zone and King, Epic Whale and
Puro pelo de 10 años, veo, maricón.
¿También estás viendo?
Sí, ya.
No te va lag.
Más o menos.
Toditos son pelados, loco.
Ustedes han de ser una bestia jugando.
Si reducieron la edad de esa vaina, pueden entrar desde 14 años ya.
One of the same situations as the kind of Chinese.
¿Te imaginas que un peladito de 14 años gane,
A lot of these guys don't know how
gane,
they don't know how
ganen
to
solo?
respond when the play style that they're having
24/7, si fue puta.
Hijo de puta la
fun.
bro.
One duo I want to talk about is Epic Whale.
Hay un peladito que juega hartísimo,
One
maricón.
of the few fully
No me acuerdo cómo se llama.
duos. We'll see both of them tomorrow.
No.
And what a way to do it because they came
Es un
together.
peladito. No, no es Mogre. Eso no es con... No, si lo conociera supiera el nombre, cojudo. Pero un peladito así, que tiene el pelo igual pintado, de colores, como tipo ninja, pero es niño. Sí, juega como una bestia, loco. Me aburrito. ¿Tú crees que está haciendo bien encamándole de nuevo a mi ex? ¿O no?
¿Qué cosa?
¿Crees que está haciendo bien encamándole de nuevo a mi ex? Ah, no.
Sí,
A mi
dámosle
nuevo
la,
ex.
a la, dámosle a la puta de la...
No,
¿qué
digo,
cosa?
digo la plena, digo la plena. ¿Está bien,
Sí,
sí o
sí,
qué?
está bien.
Un palito no se lo niega a nadie tampoco, ¿sí o qué?
Ajá.
Aunque tenga 16 años, ¿sí o qué?
Sí, che, Randy fue puta.
Ay, tiene 15,
La
tiene 15.
plena. Ay, pedófilo hijo de puta.
Ah, la una tiene
Y,
19, la otra tiene 16.
y después le andas encamando al Víctor, loco.
Ya, pues loco.
Es que Víctor es cosa seria, pues Víctor es negro, pues.
Claro, pongamos yo soy blanco, pues yo que como quiera paso, ¿sí o qué?
Ya.
Es que, mira, más tarde te paso una foto para que veas que no parece 16, loco. O sea, se ve más grande que Camila y es menor que Camila.
A mí fue ese día, ¿sí o no? La de la
Sí,
fiesta.
¿qué fiesta, cojudo? La del boli.
Ah, ella es la Camila, la del
Ella es
gole.
Camila.
Habla como... Ah,
Ella vive en
bueno, sí,
Quinto.
es puta.
Sí, mis dos otras ex viven en Guaranda, viven justo ahí. Viven casi al lado, viven unas 10 cuadras.
¿Cómo chucho las conoces, no va a ver?
Porque yo sí hablo, pues mío, yo sí socializo, yo sí vacilo.
Tú vacilas duro, longuita.
Ahora estoy volviendo a hacer la misma hueá que antes. Antes vacilaba iba al colegio.
Es verdad. Yo le llevo al chongo a la Camila, al motel.
Yo le quiero descocar.
Ah,
Yo le quiero romper el coco.
solo romper el culo, lo que hijo de puta.
Y
No es nada,
mi otra ex también es coco. La que te digo que tiene 16 también es coco. Y la que me gusta, la que tiene 19 también es coco.
Ah, ya gente, que chuchi, si dejas de ver tu vida amorosa.
Te sientes mal, te sientes mal. Hola,
Sí, me voy a morir, güey.
tengo que arriba. Y si me ayuda.
Ay, puta, si tengo una verga, compañero. No, está arriba.
Ah.
Mira, no.
Algo, oiga, tú no haces esta vaina, la plena.
No, no sé nada.
Voy a morir por la tormenta, eres una caca. Fallartísima, mano, marico.
Hijo de puta, pues. Este es más fácil. ¿A qué juegas con tu madre?
아, 저는 뭉이라고
Puro loco. Hoy vi dos serranos zorros.
버즈라고
Ah, no vi. Mire esos chinos zorros, ¿sí lo ves?
Sí, sí, lo veo.
선수로 뽑혀서 왔더니 이제 아시아에서 듀오 한 팀이 진출을 못해서 저희가 이제
A ver, ¿a quién quiso lo entenderá ese hijo de puta?
시장에서 상금을 이렇게 받으면서 경쟁하는
Uy, así me mató ese hijo de puta, ese man sabe jugar.
Quiero ir a ver tu tarjeta, qué bien.
Oh,
Remátelo, mijo, remátelo. Esa Mira cómo los va a matar con 18 de vida la plena.
los matan los dos.
Hay que ser cojudo para morir así la plena.
Hijo de puta. ¿Qué te pones arrecho? Esas es mamadas. ¿Y cuándo comienza la hueva?
Se demora como una hora hablando.
a plena, hasta mostrar todo ese hijo de puta. ¿Y cuándo será la del trío, loco?
Mañana. ¿Qué trío? Si no hay trío, cojudo.
La de tríos.
No hay si mañana termina con solo.
Ya, pero yo te digo que, ¿y cuándo será la de tríos? Pues porque la están jugando, pues, ¿sí o no?
Bueno, no sé.
No, hijo de puta. La que me hace arrecha, tu madre.
¿Cuál es la necesidad? Dime de citarlo.
Que te lastimo el culo, mamá verga.
Simón.
Chorro. Yo tengo un lonquito que es muy
And then we'll
bien.
find out who is the best
Muy
duo in the
bien.
world. Hands down, no question about it, the
Rebel.
best. 6 games. We're gonna do that real soon.
Oye, a mí me gustan violar a los longuitos. ¿Dónde caen?
That's it. The pre-show is over. Enough from us up here. We'll be breaking down
Traemos en
gameplay
balsa, balsa,
later.
balsa.
We're gonna toss it on inside
Aguanta,
to
aguanta.
kick the show off. You guys have a good one.
¿Te lanzaste?
Tiré, pues.
Vale, verga. Pura hijo de puta.
Que ya va a comenzar la partida. Si comienza no la sacamos.
¿Por qué?
Mira, ahí está el Rubius. ¿No lo viste?
No, estaba enviando un mensaje. Mira, mira, mira. Se ve arrecho.
Ya va a comenzar. Ya va a comenzar.
Marky Locura tampoco clasificó, ¿verdad? ¿Sí sabe quién es Marky Locura?
Sí, pero bueno.
¿Estás peleando? ¿O te están matando?
Yo lo maté, pues mira.
¿Lo mataste?
No, no. Está viendo, verga,
El DJ, ¿ves?
Loco, el DJ.
Este. La punta, la prende, sí, bueno.
La mota.
Por las weas. Chucha, quisiera ir algún día ahí, loco.
Hijo de puta.
Mira, qué arrecho, loco. Mira el DJ, mira, mira, mira.
Hijo de puta, el DJ.
Chucha, cierra la guía, hijo de puta.
Pero si estoy viendo esta huevada, pues mamá verga.
Y yo también la estoy viendo, yo estoy viendo el directo.
Yo, gente, mejor allá, ahí al fondo.
Vamos, pues.
Vamos.
Acá hay más gente, maricón.
Ahí está la metí.
¿Dónde están los que están peleando por aquí? Que coman verga ahí. No, se fue mal, qué verga, ese ataque aéreo, hijo de... No tengo material. Mátalo, mátalo. Ya está en blanco, creo.
Yo tampoco tengo material.
Lutea, pues ahí mismo. Atrás de ti. Yo no pude lutear porque... Ahí te va por allá. Buena. Póngelo. Ponme la mano.
Ah, va a morir.
Gracias. Are you ready?
La puta de tu madre.
Mira ese pescado.
La monta el pescado. Hijo de puta.
Esta la wea. Vamos a la fogata y tengo otra fogata.
Yo también.
No tengo material.
Now, I know everyone here is excited to get to the games, and we're going to do so in a little bit. The players are gearing up and getting ready to go. You know that each and every one of you inside of this stadium, you're just pumped. You've had your opportunity to go on to the festival. You've managed to meet up with your friends and face some great times here in New York City. And obviously, our players are here to win a world championship. And the good news is we have two players standing by with Jordan Fisher, who are looking like they can contend at the top of the mountain.
Prende esa vaina.
GB, you are a handsome man. Now I'm gonna be
Ponte en el medio.
super honest and very forward right now when I say that I've got two of my favorite people in this stadium right now that are competing together. Two of my favorite people to play with.
No lo lances hasta que tenga 100, aguanta.
Mira,
Espérate.
Controller players in the world, and he's proved it time
Yeah.
and time again with Sean on mouse and keyboard, one of the most mechanically skilled and gifted players in all of Fortnite. Now, with this combination of one of you on a controller and one of you on mouse and keyboard, there's got to be some pretty unique strategy that you guys can pull together. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Así estuvieras tú, maricón, como ese gordo de... Si fueras bueno, lo...
Ya, pero ya me estás encamando, pelón que hijo de puta.
Oh, se ve chato ese man, loco. Me estoy halagando, gordo de aire.
Te escucho tu madre, ya me tienes arrecho.
Ya, pavisa para ponerte la verga en el pecho.
Y yo se la pongo a la puta de tu pelada, pues mamá verga.
No tengo puñal.
Tienes hombre, pues todo con razón. Pucha, voy lagueando.
Ya, pues déjate de quejando. Ya, voy lagueado, cómprate tu internet.
No, hijo de puta, ya porque tú le robas a tus padres. Ya te vienes a montarme a eso.
A verga, bien.
Ya, coche tu madre, inicia tu huevada. Este es mamá la verga, va a seguir hablando. Ya, pues ya, pues deje su judía ya.
Mijo, va a comenzar esto. Esto comienza. And gentlemen,
Ole, verga, hablando. Cerrando. ¿Ese no es ninja?
No, sí, ese ninja.
Ah, ninja vale, verga, no se clasificó.
Y el ninja es bueno, imagínate por qué no se clasifica.
Ninja vale, verga.
A comer verga, no le haces nada, tu niño ni lo toca, hijo de puta. Pucha, no me subí.
Que se lo pule, tú de puta te fue también. Ajá.
Hay gente por allá, en el bloque. Un bidón.
Bueno, aquí una escopeta de este, ¿le quieres?
Sí, bueno. Tengo una pan verde.
Ah, derecho. El primero 2 millones sería.
3.
3, maricón.
Mira, están ahí. Segundo 2.5 millones. Tercero 1.8. Cuarto 1.5. Quinto 900.000. Maricón, hasta el de 10 a 50 que tienen $100.000.
Puta.
Al que está aquí solo, al que está aquí solo.
Ahí ya lo vieron.
40. No quiero perder tiempo. Ahí está una lanzadera. Otro.
Cúbreme, mamá, verga.
Eso de arriba no era de nosotros, cojudo.
Qué bien, no fue.
No puedo ver, no puedo ver, no puedo ver. No veo, no veo. No, la puta de tu mano, no veo ahí. No puedo ver abajo ya. Qué rechan, tío. Y esa skin es la que yo quiero, la dorada.
Qué bien, ¿no? Qué hijo de puta.
Venga, ¿qué eres cojudo? ¿No te das cuenta que el techo de arriba no es de nosotros? Fortnite World Cup.
Ya no jugamos, loco, que yo quiero ver la World Cup.
Chucha. Mete al grupo de play entonces. Únete. Únete, pues está en público.
Pero mamá, hijo de puta.
Ya entraste, ya entra.
No.
Ahorita vamos a jugar a arena, a ver puro manco, maricón.
Ah,
Ahorita voy a jugar a arena, a ver puro manco, porque todos están viendo el World Cup.
la plena. Avispa el hongo. Hijo de puta, mi madre la.
Antonio, hijo de puta.
Be taking notes, and you guys should too.
Yeah, also other things that note to take to bring up. We're going to be playing on siphon settings here, increased material favorite. You want to explain for everyone at home exactly how that all works?
I'd absolutely love to. So, unlike normal matches, when you get an elimination, all right, you're going to be granted with 50 health or 50 shield, depending on what you're missing. And that's also going to give you 1 point as well. They also drop 50 mats of each, wood, brick, and metal. So, you know, eliminations are definitely going to pay off early game as you guys can stack up those materials.
Yep, and remember, that is when you get a full elimination, not when you knock down an opponent.
Correct.
So, if I knock a player, you'll see in this, a lot more times teams will meet you, try to finish that elimination, get the health, go pick up the materials, maybe secure some extra loot. There's a look at the lobby screen, and, you know, Ninja, I was laughing with you earlier, when the players were warming up earlier today, because they got some warm-up games, and obviously, for many of them, it's their first time in a major LAN event. They wound up going through and they were just sitting at the spawn island like they were right now. I mean, look at the build battles happening on spawn island. They're all editing, they're all aiming. None of them are just sitting still. The nerves running through them insane. The average age in today's tournament, 16 years old. Some of these guys are going to walk away with $1 million+ this weekend. At 16, what would you have spent your money on? I don't even want to know. I don't even ask that. Probably
16, man? Just a bunch of candy and energy drinks, man. I didn't really.
So basically the same as today.
Exactly. Nothing really would change. Nothing's changed.
No, it's so much fun, man. Again, people flowing on into the venue, looking at these duos, looking at these contested areas, right? Lake has been a very hot topic.
Yeah, man.
You know, Aiden has been landing there throughout all qualifiers. You see, you know, Mongrel and Mitro. I've been hearing some notes about, you know, Tilted Towers, Tilted as it's now called, and where they're going to go. In your opinion, right now, you're playing 6 games. You know how detrimental it could be to your mental state if you have one where you kind of drop right off spawn and get taken out. What is your game plan? Going forward, you're going to land there, you're going to play game, you're going to shy away, what do you do?
Oh man, these guys have been practicing. They know that they're going to be competitive. They know that, and they're not, you know, if they're, you know, intelligent players, they're going to play exactly how they've been practicing the last 10 World Cup qualifiers. They're going to go exactly where they go. They're going to push, and you know, they're not going to care who it's going to be. Now me,
honestly, I'd like to say that that's how I play, but dude, in a situation like this, I think that if I saw someone contesting my drop, I'd definitely defer and try to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, you have one bad game, getting over that, that's going to be a huge mental obstacle, right? You get knocked first, that's going to be something that you're going to be thinking about. In the second game, the third game, landing spot, and if you're thinking like that, it's over.
Yeah, and I keep seeing you look down, you're like eagerly wanted to talk about this map. We have what the first map is going to be in front of us, but again, guys, there's so many exciting things going on in the world of Fortnite right now. One of the new limited time modes that is actually going on. Prop Punch launched a little bit of it yesterday, but again, made by Stray Kite. It's a fun little, you know, hide and go seek game almost, Ninja.
Prop Hunt is the greatest thing that Fortnite has created from creative. It is amazing. It is hilarious. I mean, we're literally getting like angry and like Russell just laughing. Right? We're about to, you know, make it to the incinerator and get our points. It's just so much. I mean, you could be a toilet. You want to be anything? You want to be a pink flamingo? A bus? Go for it. Go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah, we've had some fun games of Prop Hunt that we played, but again, right now, live in the gameplay for free, Prop Hunt. A little bit different than the competitive settings. Obviously, Arena, it's been talked about, Ninja. This is the most played in qualifier for a tournament ever in the history of gaming. 40 million competitors, down to the top 200. To be exact, 178 because of the double qualified players.
Right.
And that is, you can't even put in like your head just how insane those numbers are.
I think it's just important to show and let everyone know that, man. Just Epic continues to change the game. Making these qualifiers online, it just allowed so many of these kids to be here today because they're players from the comfort and safety of their home instead of traveling across the world just to qualify. So I think this is one of the first times.
Me tuve por la mesa la plena. Qué rata el Manuel, ¿no?
I'm ready to stay here all night. Again, we talk about how there's $30 million on the line in the Fortnite World Cup Finals across today and tomorrow, but there's already $1 million in prize money given away this weekend. That happened yesterday at the Creative World Cup Finals. Let's take a look.
Plays, and we're here in the player lounge right now, joined by the winners of the Creative World Cup. First of all, congratulations. Now, Scissors, how does it feel now to solidify that title?
It's kind of awesome considering I love creative mode. It's thriving, it's awesome, I love it.
Now, Tyler, did you ever believe that you guys would secure the position here today?
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. There's no competition. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. I need Sam to clutch up and
you can tell he looked at the figure. He said, we need 1 coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
There it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger.
You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million.
It's unreal. If you want to practice with death runs, you need to like do it slow. Go in blindly, like try and like change everything you do every time you fail.
Zuzu, can you see yourself doing even more with creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to go and play creative map?
Rent. Yeah, I think rent. I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna save my money.
I am going to be responsible and probably just invest most of it trying to get more money back.
All right, guys. Congratulations.
Creative World Cup Finals. So much fun yesterday. Again, congratulations to Scissors and his team. $3 million won. That's the elephant in the room here. It's not Tim the Tatman. You didn't win that, Tyler.
That's correct.
Exactly happened here.
That's correct. No, we got 4th place, but you know, the crew that I picked out, man, Hal, Taco, Kaz, just a good bunch of kids, man.
Di lang
I think,
gitu.
and I also got to meet a lot of
Hello,
creators
Pamir.
who
Yeah, yo.
developed a lot of the maps, and just a lot of passion.
Hello,
for
Puder.
guys. You know, I was really happy that I was able to
Oh,
put
okay.
together as a unit. We pulled in, you know, 300 or 295.
¿Quién chucha me va a
Little
putear?
whips, man. You know, we were just.
Venga y me putea.
Escucha todo, me manda la verga.
Ese fue mi madre que me manda la verga. Yo,
With creative, you know what I mean? It kind of popped up out of nowhere. All these people, so many people, hundreds of people here because of creative.
Yeah. And again, I know I've talked to Scissors about it too. He can't believe just how far it's gone. His original runs he made, so now it kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday for you. What was your favorite? Was it kind of the prop hunt mode? Was it the run?
Junkyard Juke, bro. Hands down, Junkyard Juke is the most fun game.
Sabe, ¿cómo se pinta el
If you're
pelo?
going with a crew of like 32 people, you can muster up a crew of 32 people. Like, I want that to be a playlist where I can just go and play and it just fills in 32 people. It's so much fun, man.
I'm with that. What about, should we get the whole squad together or not?
I'm down with. Oh, we totally should. Get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most fun. I mean, it's nothing great as, you know, little Teddy bear walking around, like, trying to make it in.
Listen, it's all fun and games here. Obviously, the theme of this weekend. Things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the Battle Pass redemption. Everyone here has got tickets, has commemorative tickets. So many things to look back on and remember these moments. For a lot of people here, whether they're players or the traveled, it's their first time to New York City, such a legendary, iconic place. Major event. You see again the crowd continuing to fill on in. Just getting
no puedo ver nada, tranquilo, cheti.
We're all eagerly awaiting the start as well. So many organizations represented throughout the weekend, and I have just received the word that we want. The game is ready to go.
I'm ready. The first Vic Roy, man. Who's it gonna be, guys? All right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now. Who's gonna win today? Scream it.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition begins right now.
This is going to be intense. I mean, there's nothing more, honestly, nerve-wracking than the initial launch. Off the bus, man. You're flying. Someone's going to die. Someone's going to be eliminated. Who's going to be the first one?
Yep.
You don't want to be the first one knocked out. I mean, literally, I knocked him like, you know, it was the first game in the Pro-Am, and that was just amazing. You can't live that down. I don't want to be the first person knocking this.
No, for sure. As now, we immediately hop on board with my pick.
Comenzó.
Veggie Fishy and Mr. Savage are heading right towards Happy Hamlin, place they've called home so many times, and this is contested. So you're flying under the early game so key, and already Veggie Fishy is trying to put shots down range with that revolver, but area is contested. You see they're kind of switching each other right now. What are the comms like in this exactly?
I mean, I think right now we're going to try to hear exactly what footsteps, any type of they can pass off to the big practice. I'm pretty sure I watch these guys play literally every week because they're from EU, so they were playing the game. Yep. That's where they normally land. Savage on top of one another. And you're going to be at a disadvantage if you land in the same house. You're just going to be getting less shield than another, right? Less chances of getting shots on that. I'm just interested to see how they're going to get down. Are they going to be aggressive? Are they going to back down?
We just saw the first zone has been revealed, and it is a northern side zone, so anyone in Happy Hamlin not safe. Flight, Paradise, Lucky Landing, all not safe. Definitely keep an eye on this fight. 98 players remaining right now in this game. Now, we mentioned the increased material farming right now, so you're hitting a couple trees, you're getting 20, 30 material like it's nothing. Let's shift our focus, though, towards the middle of the map here at Dusty Divot, and it looks like Landjock and Punisher go out very, very early in this first game to Tetra and, the new road members.
They're wasting a lot of material right now. You can already see it. You've got only 100 maps left. That's 10 builds. These early game fights are always so detrimental. You have to be very, very, very particular how many mats you're going to use, and you're trying to ramp rush somebody, because if you make it there and they shoot you out and you have no mats, I mean, you're left with literally nothing to protect yourself with.
And look at the advantage that you now have. Tetra hasn't had any shields, but because 2 eliminations come on through, he gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. No, because of those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They pushed out the Asian duo, pushing towards that top Dusty Divot side of XXM and Mend, and now they're sitting pretty. Divot all to themselves. They've got metal galore here, as well as wood. The one material that really be lacking is going to be stone.
Yeah, definitely going to be lacking stone. They can get a 500 metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset here, landing in Dusty. What I'm just interested to see is, you know, they have no rotation items when you're looking over there, so hopefully they find something that's going to help them rotate later. There are no balls that spawn in Dusty, so no ballers. It's going to be very difficult to make it to the late game if you guys don't have some sort of crazy rotation. Shadow bombs, anything like that.
Here's another fight going on towards Fatal Fields, and with how little materials there are, you got to think these players down low who are already just on white HP are in a tough spot, and there it is. Scarlet and his duo, Bell, get the quick elimination onto Brush. And that's going to push back Brush's duo into Fatal Fields and try to hide for a brief moment. On the rough start right there, so much stone in Fatal Fields. Fatal Fields is an underrated landing spot.
I think you can get everything at Fatal Fields. You definitely get rid of it very quickly when you're involved. There's definitely some metal that you can gather around. You know, there's a bunch of cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the sticks. But listen, man, I'm really curious as to why they're not pushing Sizz.
Well, it's kind of a it's a double-edged sword too, because yes, Sizz is by himself, but we've all experienced how easily you can hide in that brush there in the cornfields. And Sizz Lucky, these top players who land Fatal Fields know how to actually navigate the loot in the corn without breaking the corn. So
I need to break the corn every time.
Right, same. I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you can go on, and Sizz Lucky will actually be able to go there and pick up Brush's cards. So this is key. Reboot bands. Remember, when you get brought back, only at 100 HP and a common pistol. That will bring a lot of attention over. If you are Scarlet and Bell, are you sprinting back over that fight? I think so. Now across the map, though. But again, going out between KBB, Ewang, and their duo, and against Vinny and Zexro, and there's the knock right there, Ninja.
Drum shotgun's very powerful. It's definitely underrated. You can get inside somebody's one-by-one right there. I mean, there's another knock with the drum shotgun, just absolutely wreaking havoc. Ewang trying to take this wall. I think his teammate is not going to be able to stay alive, so it's going to be Zex and Yu. He's got the shield advantage. All you have to do is play this patient. I'm going to be pretty sure that these guys don't have that many materials, so just needs to spray it out and hopefully now healing up.
Yeah, Zexro has Bell as big shit, so we'll be able to get back the full shield. And Ewang now in a tough spot. Do I try to go?
Zex definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long to start going for the res, but it looks like he's just going to be going for the reloads, taking his time. He looks like he might be dipping out, maybe trying to. He's definitely staying aggressive, but he's going to get the revive off, and now it's 2-on-1 again.
Zexro staying confident, knowing right now still at over 150 HP. The teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to spray it, and it's not going to happen. And you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid damage done, but Ewang dropped down to 59 HP. But with that elimination, back up to over 100. Very, very close right there, Ninja, with the drum shotgun.
Very important is checking out the storm right now. A lot of these players, there's a lot. You guys can't see the screen, but there are plenty of people who are outside. They're going to have to start their rotations in. And this is actually where a lot of very talented players with their aim can clean up a lot of kills. This is actually my teammate and I's reverse. Our strategy was to try to get in those spots where you could beam people who are going to be flying throughout the sky using a lot of the slipstreams and just taking advantage of incredible accuracy.
A little update too on Sizz Lucky. Did get the reboot in Fatal. They're both back in play. Look at how slow this lobby is going, folks. 92 players left, and a definite fan favorite here. Nate Hill and Funk from FaZe Clan currently set up here. Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to here with your duo first. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players that don't play Flames?
All right, so they're going both one of the maps. This is like 200 wood, so you definitely want to go for those.
Hola.
Hola.
¿Tú estás viendo?
Sí, me quedan dos en la partida. Creo que ya va a morir.
¿Cuántos puntos tiene?
Ah, no estoy jugando normal.
we're gonna have Storm Surge in every game. Yeah, I mean, like, fucking nuts. You guys don't know what Storm Surge is. Basically, the team that has done the least amount of damage is going to start taking damage.
Que no sé si... Ah, se están matando acá. Sí, que en realidad se están matando. O esta vaina de la World Cup. Me mató, cojú. Valí verga, valí verga. ¡Ay, chucha tu madre! 52 de vida, soy cojudo. No tenía que irle así. Oh, verga, valgo verga. La juega acá y vengo a cagar al final. Era con la escopeta, cojo de mierda. ¿Será que ya me pongo a ver la World Cup? La World Cup.
This goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is going to gotta be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush already in the next zone. They're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him, like going to try to save his team. It's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2 as his teammate did go down. You see Parpy and Volks still quite healthy between the two of them. Over 140 HP for both of them. Parpy still playing on the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count for Volks. 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammates' reboot card. So will basically be by himself the rest of this game.
You know, it's going to be almost impossible to perform alone when your teammate is knocked. And there's the Storm Surge warning. These guys are 106 above it. You guys can see that, which means that there's somebody who has 106 damage less than them that is currently below the threshold that they are going to need to hit some people, deal some damage. And that's actually the beauty of Storm Surge, right? You don't necessarily only want people kind of just lingering around in their 1-by-1s, praying that the circle moves to them. You're gonna see some fights that are gonna be forced to break out because players need to get above that or they're gonna die. They're not gonna be able to make it.
Now moving towards the Dusty Divot Diner. You see Clicks and Skeptic. Yeah, the very young duo from NA East, and you just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm this.
Didn't even know you could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here as there's so many materials to be farmed up. And for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. Yes. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Serpent and Hype in a pretty decent spot. Yeah. You guys can look up the mini-map that we're staring at. Every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in. And double heavy sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall. It'll take out pretty much anything. It does 1,500 damage to structures. So if you have two teammates who have double heavy snipers, they can see a team line up a shot of somebody hiding in a 1-by-1 and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
There's absolutely 0 time to react. And one thing you guys we've talked about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows from this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight. And that's Jay now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to tick in, Quentin and Lanouf now having to push a fight as Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations, but again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to desperate and push. Maybe a duo that's better than you in combat, you know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikov
just... That's a replay.
Was that a replay? They just went down.
Airwax and Nikov are winners. Well, Airwax at least are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am. Does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. Tough first game for them as they do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game, 38 duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles they didn't really chunk that much and they were more centralized in the beginning of competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much and no one had to fight. So now that these circles are really just kind of moving around the map, you can't really predict them. I mean, you're getting these players who have, again, the great aim and they're just beaming people who are focusing on trying to rotate in the circle. Now look, there's so many people coming from the south right now. And it's just free kills if you guys are in a top position with solid aim, man. You're going to Texture right now, already getting beamed. He's spamming the spacebar, trying to make it as difficult as possible to hit. He sees a lot of, look at it, already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all these people who are already boxed up. They're already creating these tunnels. More shots coming down. And he's going to be able to make it. 8 grenades. So that's going to be, I mean, if he can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time. Did take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis to replenish that in just a few brief moments as there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next door as well. Medkit, so they're going to pop that too. Every little bit of HP matters. Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears.
Definitely got to save the campfire.
In the elimination feed right there. Here's a look at Mongrel earlier with his duo Mitro. They're set up currently in this zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's, you just check his inventory. Only got 2 guns right now, which is inventory rifle and a combat shotgun. So he has no spray guns. All right, spray guns are, you know, anything to an SMG, tactical assault rifle, SCAR, anything like that. You know, you've got to have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. You know, very difficult. And look at that healing too, though. Yeah. 5 slurps, 2 slurps. 5 chug splashes.
And they already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
They're super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise, look at that, 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there, the eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards Loot Lake if they want to be safe.
Some of the best, I mean, look, these are the best players in the world. And look how close they are to one another, man. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these guys. The Storm's going to start pushing them. Look how, I'm sorry, man. I just can't, man. You guys notice also, Stinks, man, these players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls and actually deal damage to them. So you need things like grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1-by-1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away and trying to build new 1-by-1s to dodge the Stinks.
You see the Stinks right now going down.
Oh my God.
Immediately ripped in 2 as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
With good rotation, luckily.
Definitely has a bunch to, you know, to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Mitro, 12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford to take storm damage. They've got to push right out of it. Mitro knows that. Now begins the fire. Dubs just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times through solos and then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in, everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. There's the split. Still though, only 80, meaning combined between the 2, They really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today in the duos competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall. He wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to go?
He's going to go for the pop ad slurp. He's got
the storm surge on.
He's trying to be aggressive. Oh, he's still below, right? He's going to need to be aggressive. He won't even have time to revive.
Buenísima.
No. Actually, so he's got all the shields in the world. He can get back up to full health. Storm Surge is still ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there. Still below. As players are continuing to drop all around, but Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the storm surge. Fantastic composure. Again, one of the young players on this stage looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World Champion. No more dubs. The duo
still
okay, down.
So now finally above. Finally above, and guess what? The most important thing to realize, guys, look at that rotation. Yes, he's alone. Yes, his teammate's down. But he has an incredible kit to not only make it to late game, but maybe even clutch this win out. He dropped the shotgun.
Okay, there you go.
Got the combat shotgun, one of the greatest shotguns to have late game. Does incredible damage, long range and close range. And all the guys, the circle just rotated now into the storm. Massive amounts of distance needs to be covered.
This storm surge is insane. It's still going on.
Finally taken out. 52 players left. And this is where things are about to get serious, guys.
Thomas drops some ammo right there for his teammate, Inclusia. And you see Thomas, that epic infantry rifle, one of your favorite weapons, Ninja. What is so good about that assault rifle?
It 100% rewards pinpoint accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker, your aim is right on their head. Boom. You're going to get that headshot. You're going to get 80 points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the Legendary and the Epic, have 10 shots instead of 8. So, I mean, it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard. And that's exactly what you're going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot once.
Folks, there are 45 players left in this very, very small zone. We are now on our 6th storm. You see it's about to begin to move, and players will frantically have to go across the map. Zayt and Saf right now discussing exactly what they should drop, pulling up their map, looking exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this one.
We already got people using shockwave grenades, guys. This is a very far rotation for the second movement circle, so this is actually going to move very quickly. These people are going to potentially get stuck on their launch pads because there's so much frequent building. It's going to be nuts. And who's going to try to take the high ground? Because after this first circle goes, this is where people start to only try to use the high ground.
And we know high ground is everything in competitive Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that storm circle. Macwood taking zone damage. Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the shadow bomb, and does land. Yes, but it's taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge of it. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. We'll just stay boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players remaining, stomping in the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. It's the elimination feed on the top left to keep track of your favorite players. There's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That would be your 2 picks, so...
Uy, se me mató otro.
You bet there, man. That, all right. Bongo, unfortunately, do we still know if Nitro's still alive? I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated. More Savage just used another shockwave grenade. He already had a high ground, though. The question is, are people going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, you're going to have to try to take the high ground off him or have a rocket launcher to just take him out of it.
He's just so weak, and Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air. It's all Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now. 24 players left in this one, but 20 duos. There's almost no duos remaining, Ninja.
This is kind of what's going to happen.
No, mataron a Mr. Savage.
It's up to Benji, and listen, Benji's been in this position before. We know he can handle it. Nitro's still in the game as well. I just saw him. He looks incredibly healthy, but now taking some storm damage. Benji's just going to try it. Look at
Buenísima. No jodas.
One build left.
Yep.
That's it. That's all he has.
He's got 10 total builds.
10 total builds.
He's just trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these placement points. We made it into our top 10 duos. Now into our top 8. Zayt and Saf now. Zayd and Saf now on the high ground.
This game.
One of the few, the only duo left. This has a Zayd and Saf win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo, was all by himself very early on, still alive in this one. 40R Storm now getting beamed. Can the North American duo of Zayd and Saf close this out? Raining down fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zayd and Saf just sitting pretty.
Mitro just got a double, I think.
Mitro
5 limbs.
tries to get it done. Not
Lo
enough.
mató
Zayd and Saf,
con la tormenta.
2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1?
Gana la partida.
Zayd and Saf had the high ground.
Vete,
They
Sal,
used
eso
it
es
the
bueno.
entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to make up 5 limbs plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points. Game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send one player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zayd and Saf take game number 1. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zayd and Saf take game number 1.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 limbs down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fishy, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young duo, they were on the high ground. It was looking good, Ninja, but so many players focusing them, the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a moment that they have to shoot the high ground out with rockets, shockwave grenades. I think that's actually what happened. I think someone shockwaved up and knocked them off the high ground.
Yep.
But when you have shield like Zayd napped it at the end there, and that high ground, I mean, it's over, man.
What a sigh of relief.
Incredible,
for those two.
incredible first game. And we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games being played today in the duos competition, in which $15 million will be rewarded. Tomorrow, we do it all over again, except with solos. So you want to stay glued to the streams here for the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send a Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6?
Hola.
The other things I noticed, man.
¿Qué te vi?
Sí.
A game. When it comes down to taking note of
O este man de Mitro es el compañero de Mongrel, ¿sí o no?
Sí. No.
Mitro.
No. Mongrel está con... Con Vergante, diferentes nombres. No, no era Mitro.
Era con Mitro, yo me acuerdo que el man juega con un man que se llama Mitro. Déjame ver.
High risk, high reward, man, right? Let's see how these guys change. I wonder if the guys who did get hurt
Está jugando por lo menos el Mongrel.
Sí, está jugando. Lo mataron. Ya acabó, pues. Ya ganaron. 2 manes.
Son 3 partidas.
Simón.
Thank you so much, Courage and
Ay, ahora hasta que comience vamos a jugar una partida.
Mitro.
Qué hijo de puta, marico, la construcción, el nivel de
Sí,
construcción ahí.
Mitro es acompañante de Mongrel.
¿Cómo tiene el nombre?
Mitro,
sí?
mira, ahí está. Mitro, sí, compañante de Mongrel.
Salió una hueva diferente. GFC.
Autaron, chuche. Qué bien. ¿Tercer lugar? Yo no, tercer. Ganó en tercer lugar. Se me juega como bestia.
Oh, maricón, ¿cómo construyen, loco? Hasta las pantallas como que se les salta, va. De la
verga.
velocidad, luego como que se salta la pantalla de un lado, pa, pa. Y ya tienen su cubo en un segundo, maricón.
Game number one in the books. Obviously, so many updates to see exactly where we stack up. In the end, those final moments can be so hectic. So before we hop
Sí,
into
pues
game,
joder, si estos manes fueron los primeros que se clasificaron, man. Mongra.
who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess what? It's Sap and Zape, but
And Benji, Mr. Savage. Incredibly clutch solo moves and plays.
both of our predictions. Both of our predictions.
And they're still up there. Guess what? Imagine when they actually get some good rotation items. I'd love to see how they're going to play in the late.
Ay, la sola.
You did a great job pointing out Mitro at
Mira, ahí
the
está.
end. Not only does he stay alive, not only does he
La tablita.
Mongra, sí,
Sí,
Mongra
sí,
limita.
más gran tercera. Nitro.
finds 5 whole limbs, putting his team
Scarlet, ¿quién es Scarlet?
¿Dónde está? No, no vi, qué peri.
Again, here are your standings
¿Cuántos
from
puntos hicieron?
game number 1. Tubbs
12,
and Mega,
12
they wind up making it through as well. And that's because of Mega staying alive, too.
Absolutely. Incredibly talented duo, man.
Es que victoria magistral cuesta 3, pues.
What Aiden can do. Chauncey, hopefully
Simón.
they step it up in this next game. Game 2 is about to get on its way, man. Are you ready?
I am ready.
You guys
Ladies
ready?
and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena,
¿Me
are
tengo
you
gracia?
guys ready for game number 2? Oh, yeah, they
¿Ya
are.
vamos a tirar otra partida?
Oh, yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Aquí no sé.
Ya va a comenzar la otra. Ajá, no hay descanso aquí.
Ven.
of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm just going to keep saying it's the most nerve-wracking part of any competition, but definitely Fortnite for me is the second you jump out of that bus.
Yep.
Right, once you hit the ground, once these players hit the ground, they're going to definitely have hopefully less nerves, going to get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I just look out at these llamas on the screen. I'm so behind.
Una ráfaga me metí este hijo de la grandísima.
Ahorita mi primo, o sea.
¿Qué cosa?
Ahorita mi primo.
¿Qué?
Pilla mi primo ahorita.
¿Viste?
Ajá,
¿A quién? ¿A Carlos?
ajá.
¿Dónde estaba?
Estaba aquí abajo.
¿En la plana?
De verdad, sí.
¿Qué haces, hijo de puta ahí, loco? Bótale ese cara de verga, muerto de verga.
Uy, una llama, se encontró este hijo de puta.
A ver, estoy entrando.
Si el que ganó la partida, Nathan, se encontró una llama. Puta, mía.
Chucha, me quedó negro, ahí está.
So when you get 350, it's done its job for you. You can spend much less time looting and, farming, and much more time looting. And look at Zay perfectly using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he just used it for way more than the 6 seconds it actually.
Oh, quita la música, gordo.
Explain a little bit of staying on the side of the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do
Estás
is just
escuchando
continue
abajo.
that jump animation.
Ya, pues bájale el volumen del micro porque no se
As long as
escucha
you don't
entonces.
touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double
Ya,
jump
ya
step.
está, loco, ya te borré la copia.
Ya, baja esa huevada, que yo no quiero que borre esta huevada.
Do something like that. Just way
No.
more difficult to do that off a mountain, by the way.
Igual se fue.
We now take a look. That stormy landing side map, and this storm
¿Sabes lo que me da más sida? Es que son unos viejos los que escuchan esa verga canción.
the zone right now.
La plena.
Gets cut off at
Te lo juro.
Chucha, verga.
Esa es el reggaetón bien representado, hijo de puta.
Outside will have to move, and you see the elimination
Bar-
feed very early on.
Hijo de puta. El Fortnite hace maravilla.
For the duo from 100 Thieves right there, as you've got to wonder if Arkham's still
Mira,
alive.
loco.
Either way, though, Daedra and M11Z.
Dile, el otro año voy allá.
Lucky landing, and they do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back away. Farm up. Lucky Landing is not really a four-person landing.
Próximo año nos clasificamos para el de creativo, por lo menos, así que gordo.
One of them is going to
La plena. Hay que hacer nuevos puros parkour.
La plena.
all of his damage that he will take from now on will be permanent.
Ganamos unos $60,000 cada uno, está chato, así que.
Entonces, mínimo yo me llevo 80.000, bro.
Have lost so much HP.
Chistoso, ¿no? Más verga.
Spray does come on through a third party.
Me parece lo más justo, mijo.
So another player
Agarra recho, clasificar para creativo, por lo menos.
at Snobby, but
La plena, así se clasifica, que nos den una entrada ya para que veamos la otra.
Claro, pues. Estaba creativo y ya estás ahí, ya te ven. La gente dice, oye, si hueputa, ¿quién chucha será? Pero clasificó.
Ese fue muerto que la mierda, pero qué chucho clasificó.
La plena.
Uy, Chamoni lo están buscando.
Loco,
¡Se
los mató a los dos.
Revive on KBB.
Mira, es que mírale la cara a ese hijo de puta, pues loco. Tiene cara de rata mismo, maricón. O sea,
24/7, sí,
mira, te
puta.
juro, como que ni ve la luz del sol. ¿Sí ves cómo tiene los ojos?
La plena. Ay, puta. Oye, lámpara.
Uy, en la trompa, por sapo.
Just outside the desert side of the map. Keys and Slacks up against two. Running out of
Buenísimo.
guess what? These guys are at the farthest point.
Mata el muerte, baby.
So this is not, they can't afford this fight. Right? The longer this takes, they're not
Ella quiere beber, ella quiere.
Pues que edita rapidísimo, maricón. No me puedes ni
Hijo
tocar.
de puta,
Y le dio.
metió en la
¿Sí
trompa.
viste?
Pero bien pegado, maricón, se la pegó.
¿Qué aim tienen esos manes, loco?
Unas bestias jugando ese hijo de puta.
Te juro.
Yo le diría, madre, me la saco a jugar en otro lado, pila, no. La quiero mucho. Sí, me la saco. Pero mira, mijo, son bestias, ese hijo de puta.
Boom.
Mira ese hijo de puta. Se me quedó para esta hueva.
Queda uno contra uno.
No,
Chochila.
se me quedó para. Me paro.
Mira esa rata. Ahí está estupo. Que mira cómo edita, ¿no?
Pucha, se me quedó para esta hueva.
Buenísimo, loco. ¿Sí viste eso?
¿Quién es ese hijo de puta?
No sé. O esos manes juegan por inercia también, loco. Todos los movimientos que hacen. Mira, ese es el que te digo, mira, mira, ese de ahí. Ese niño de ahí.
Ah, sí, ese pelado estuvo ayer pues jugando el
¿El creativo?
el del parkour. El del parkour estuvo jugando ese
No,
pelado.
plano. Hacemos ver.
Sí.
Ese man el que te digo.
Ese man pues fue el que se pasó, toma la L.
Se va a jugar. Ay, no. Ahí
No,
está,
mamá, ver,
pues
así estoy burlando,
toma.
pues.
Ese man juega durísimo,
Mongra,
maricón.
Mongra limitro, le
Sí,
cayó.
va. Hijo de puta, dos tanques, loco.
Puta.
Ya.
Bájame.
Mata.
Murió, pero mire ese hijo de puta. Una bestia, Mitra.
Se está curando. Ese no juega bien también, loco. Chucha, tiene minigun, qué ratas, maricón. No, loco.
Toma, la verga. Sí, es que son unas bestias, son man.
Boom. Menos uno. Arriba, mija.
Aidan.
Ese gordo también es una caca, loco, Simón. ¿Viste cómo les carga el escudo? Oye, ese skin, maricón. Uy, está muertísimo ese de ella. Este te salió, mío. No. Puta, esos maricones son unas bestias, loco. ¿Tú te imaginas jugando dúo esos manes? Deben ganar todas las partidas. Como mínimo, ¿sí o qué?
Encima te dicen tú que en un lado y yo que en otro.
Te juro, maricón. Son unas bestias, loco. Yo no creo que pierden partidas por cualquier vaina de zorrada, tal vez. Pero mira esas bestias, loco.
Pero qué bestias, maricón. ¿Sí ves cómo juega?
Que yo llego a ver el nombre de uno de esos manes y me cago. Pues ese rato me voy al otro lado del mapa.
Yo si los veo, ya me estoy yendo ya estoy abandonando la partida.
airdrop that's left, which means a lot of players. It's very difficult, man.
Pero mira, mijo, qué bestia.
Looks like everyone in the World Cup here is taking their chances.
And what's kind of funny with this zone, as you see it on the bottom right side of your map, the slipstreams are there to basically help everyone get from the southeast, east, and south side.
Ay, Carlos se lo culea, pues si está jugando ahí.
Carlos es una caca, Carlos no dura ni primera vuelta. Ni bien lo ven francazo y ya está.
La plena.
But there's 84 teams, 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess that's a testament to our observers backstage. Great stuff to them. Lucky does take a bit of storm damage right
Que mire cómo se les mueve la cámara. Sí,
Chug splashes have came into this game and they've completely taken competitive
Todas son, mi perro,
Are they the
todas
best
son.
healing item currently in this meta?
I think that, you know, there's a lot of items that get added where, you know, not everyone is all unanimous about it, right? Some people do not like it. But let me tell you something about these splashes. I don't think I've ever
Con tu vida, mamá verga.
reactions from an item being added than when Chug splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positivity on Twitter. It was absolutely incredible. I woke up to
Uy, para mí sería tenso, marico, jugar ahí, loco.
just a delightful post. Those of you guys who don't know,
la presión de que todos los que te van a enfrentar son unas bestias.
La plena, sabiendo que estos huevos, me medita mitro,
Ni uno es malo de ahí, ni uno.
La plena.
Your enemies that you've knocked. Here are Mongrel and Micho in the zone, and you talked about this inventory.
Pero, ¿cuánto de borde de ping, maricón?
Juegan a 0 de ping ahí. Es Nueva York.
Than what Mongrel has right now. And when you come into this, they were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now.
Puta, el juego como lo han de tener.
With only 6 games being played.
Ni siquiera se cayó, ¿sí viste?
Sí, ojo.
they were only 2 points away from first.
Yo me hubiera caído sin saltar. Se mata de juego acá.
Se confundió con el pan y le disparó el pan. Esos manes no son de correr las pajas.
Muerto. 102 en la trompa. 2 de vida. Ese man está más muerto.
La mierda, no. Ese man le tiran un pedo.
Mira, Aidan también.
Es Aidan.
Lo reemplazaron muerto.
Pena que mis 2 favoritos son Aidan y este man de Mongrel. ¿Sabes cuál era la clave? Chucha, si estuviera te fue, maricón. Te fue, está en la de solo, te fue.
Put himself in a nice pyramid. For those of you guys who don't know, when a brick or a metal pyramid.
Big thing to know. Look at his zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about storm surge. They're 446 above
as well. Has a shot that's
Muerto.
going to be taken down. I mean, that's just the worst position to be in any competitive game, is being weak, low materials, low health, and being forced to push in.
Every time you watch Aiden and whoever he's playing with, they are always the most aggressive it appears. If you remember the famous moment, I think for me, arguably one of the most famous moments in Fortnite competitive history was
Ahí está la rehecho, loco, no es sumado.
they made it into the big bonus about a year ago.
Ah, que todos los que juegan ahí tienen un nivelazo, loco. ¿Qué, bro? ¿Qué tal?
Oh, estuviera rehecho, marico.
Oh, es que... Oye, ver esos manes es un espectáculo, marico.
Ya, pero la hueá es cuando se arrechan, loco, chucha, que no sumaron ni verga.
Ah, sí, no.
Pero te das cuenta.
Eso deletea.
Esos manes fueron estos manes fue Mongrel. Mongrel
Sí, está en la de lado, pues. Sí, reemplazaron todita la casa. Mira, ahí
sí,
está.
pues mira.
9 metros, ahí está.
Creo
Se
que fue
hicieron un castillo ahí, loco. Es que esos manes juegan como los dioses.
Pero,
mira, y juega normal, loco, que no pasará nada.
Pero mira, los locos son esos pelados. Estos manes tienen futuro, marico.
Sí. Sí, desde allá tienen hartísima plata ya.
Che, puta. Monga al tercer puesto. Oh,
Ese peladito, al que hizo Toma la L,
ese
gana
más.
ni sé cuánto al mes, loco, ni sé cuántos miles al mes, solo de sus canales.
¿Quién?
Ese peladito, al que le mató Mongron, no ha picado.
Ah.
Simón, gana hartísima plata. Es un peladito.
Ah, pues ese más fue el que dejó de estudiar.
Sí. No, no dejó de estudiar, estudia en casa.
Ya, pues, por eso me va, pues.
Claro. Estudia en la casa, pero bueno, cuánto dinero se carga ese man.
And there goes Rody, actually just got knocked. 66 players remain, and this storm is kind of moving a little bit away from Pleasant Park, but it's once you have a high ground mountain in play, I mean, I'm wondering if it's going to go north.
There's 3 high ground mountains in play, and
really mixes it up late game.
A drone ship that people can wind up going on top of.
¿Sabes qué? Aquí es feo quedarse parado, maricón. Y que no de esos hijueputas tenga esta verga de
Sniper.
el franco pesado.
El heavy sniper. En la anterior partida se estaban haciendo eso. El uno rompió y el otro pegaba el tiro.
Mira, ahí te esos man de los que
ganaron en la anterior partida.
And go for it. Yeah, just risk it all. Most of these teams will mess that up now. We talked about our game 1 winners, the team that took over the victory royale.
Mira la Sony, mira los dúos, loco.
Y si te diste cuenta que Mitri hizo altísima prueba, el man solo.
Ay, que son este hijo de puta. Qué cara de la verga, entra con música, hijo de puta.
They have to rotate the farthest. Look how many stack players are on this side of the lobby right now, and they're all going to have to move very soon. Yeah.
No sé, lo silenció, bótalo.
Yo también lo silencié. Ah, que cuando lo boto... Ay, que hice la estupidez. Cuando lo boto tengo que venirme acá. Y no estoy viendo el este. No. Regresamos.
Se mantiene su fusil.
Su fusil completo, nada más.
Es que en las rotaciones solo vas a necesitar eso.
Mira. Chucha, que todos tienen construcción. ¿Tú te imaginas ver eso en una partida normal?
Oye, no te miento que... Yo me acuerdo que estaba jugando con Leonardo. Pero maricón, la zona era así chiquita. Creo que era la mitad de parque. Y habían como 50 manos. Así te lo juro, no te miento, marico. Habían 50 huevos.
2 años más. Va a ver eso todos los días, loco. Unos 2 años.
O sea que llega Leonardo. No habremos metido en un, yo que sé, un torneo. Porque eran como 50 en una zona chiquita.
Ya dijo de puta.
Y sabes que lo más lámpara, que teníamos que subir a la montaña.
A ver,
Oye, si me compara esta huevada, loco. Mire, si fue puta. Me da risa, qué verga.
No es estudiar y ponte a jugar, te vas a quedar así. Tu madre, me duele las piernas, marico, que no quiero jugar bola.
O ese más ratón, loco, la plena.
Sí. Hace más tú lo ves por la calle y dices, uy, este hijo de puta se nota que no de salir de su casa.
La plena. Qué bien, hijo de puta.
Boom, boom. Fallaron. No. Le dieron, tenía editado el techo. Fue buena. Mira cómo se le mueve la cámara, bro. Ahí está. En la trompa. Se lo pegaron.
Está Mitro.
Están en la... Ah, sí, tiene vida.
Ah,
Mitro no tiene vida.
builds left.
Always see them doing this. They always split half and half match with one another, and then they go and collect the others.
Un boloncho suelto, maricón.
Making sure that you guys have equal material.
La hueva es como van a subir, maricón.
Sneaking up through with that shadow bomb. The spray coming in from Mongrel. Stink bomb is hit as well. Everyone focusing these players on the outside. They've got the minigun firing too. The lobby now picking up quick as we move into our pit zone.
The storm is closing in, and that's going to be forcing everyone to get into where the safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, this is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. They're just trying to get as many limbs possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun has 631 bullets.
No, sacó, ¿cómo la falla?
Paraste, huevón.
Falló el escopetazo, loco, lo tenía de espalda.
No paraste, huevón.
No, se fue a la verga. Mongrel se fue a la verga. Mitro también. Spamearon explosivo y fétida.
¿Quién? Déjate huevar,
Sí, murieron.
No. Hijo de puta, es que van a subar estos hijos de putas, loco. Los que ganaron la partida.
Solo tienen 200.
Los que ganaron la partida, pues no. Mira que si esos hijos de puta llegan hasta top 3, se llevan buenos puntos, loco, y quedarían primero.
Mira esa cara de ese enfermo, loco.
Ah.
Mira la cara de ese enfermo de ahí, loco. Sight. Tiene granada de impulso.
Going to be flying, and this is it, another massive rotation going to be taken to the center of Pleasant Park. They're 167 damage above the threshold, so they're looking pretty good right now. The question is, are they going to keep it down, high ground? What's the play?
No te carga.
Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something, which takes him down from having to, fly all the way up and get beat.
Mira que man se colocó en la altura, ¿no?
Many would think was impossible, which is win back-to-back games in the stack lobby. Just saw Falcon.
La hueva es rotar juntos, mijo. Aquí si tú no rotas juntos, vale verga el equipo, ¿entiendes? Mira, todos están rotando juntos.
Claro.
What are they going to do? Are they going to prioritize rotation in and not taking damage, or are they going to try to play it a little risky and go for the limbs? If you're going to be going for the limbs, definitely open up to a lot of spray, shotgun shots.
Mira cuánta gente y la zona.
Hijo de puta.
Y todo rotando como bestia.
Mira este mamá verga, lo que ganó la parte se está matando a todos, joder.
Solo tiene 3 kills, maricón.
A coger el high ground. No, se me quedó parado. Cogió high ground ese puta.
Cogió high ground.
¿Es verdad?
Sí.
No, no quiero.
Háganlo caer.
Pero aquí ya está mucho.
Ya bajó. Lo mataron al panda. Lo mataron al panda.
¿Te imaginas que gane ese puta nuevo?
Mataron al panda ya.
Y ese
le están spameando balas.
Ojalá que no llegue todo.
Man se fue. No sé si se fue o lo mandaron a la zona. No. Está rotando. Está bajando del todo. Se va pegadito a la zona. Uy, casi se hace una aquí, loco. Va a morir por zona. Murió por zona.
Mueve este hijo de puta, loco. ¿Murió por zona?
Sí,
es que
se acabó el material.
verga.
Se le acabó el material. Mira, esos manes tienen high ground.
Sigue vivo, loco, ese man.
Tiene 50, ya se le acabó el material también.
Ah, ya murieron los que...
Claro. Ya, va a ganar. Este man va a ganar ya.
¿Quién?
Esta man es de aquí. Son 2 contra 1.
Los que tienen altura.
Ahí está, ganaron. Tres y 4 kills.
Puta, me letearon.
Qué buena, qué buena.
Oh my, you know, Jack, it's pretty expected at this point. But God, two NA teams have taken game 1 and game 2, and honestly, I think that we can all say that the teams typed up the most have been easy. Guess what? Mongrel and Nitro, man, they've also been performing well. They still have so many points from eliminations. What a great shotgun shot. They're perfectly. I think they're even jumping and shotgunning at the same time. Vinny, pop off, man. You love the pop off.
So hyped. Zexro's about to start
Hola, verga, chulo.
Trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game.
Yeah.
That reminds me. I've been in this situation before. He grabbed his hand and shook it for himself, man. That's a
Bien, mijo, bien.
great synergy. What a start.
¡Bravísimo! No aguanta. Tira, mijo, lo dejo con el directo. Si me lo puede cuidar, ¿sí o qué?
Ajá.
Ya, voy a hacerme la comida y regreso.
Again, my name is Jack Courage Dunlop, joined by Tyler Ninja Blevins for what is the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals. $30 million on the line this weekend. Millions will be tuning on in from across the world. There's so many ways to watch, and we're just 1/3 of the way done with today's action, and it's already been fantastic.
I don't even want it to end, man. I could be here all night. These games are incredible. Yep. And just listen, if you guys are watching at home, you guys want to be here, right? You guys want to be competing. Take notes. Yeah. Watch these players. Watch how they build. Watch the fights that they take, the way they rotate. See you guys here next year.
Well, guess what? Game number 2 ended with style with the North American duo of Vinny and Zexro taking it there on the floor with none other than Fisher.
Thank you so much, Courage. I appreciate that. NA showing up and taking care of business. Games 1 and 2, Vinny and Zexro with a fantastic end, both together, which is an incredible thing, right? Walk me through the just in-game for you guys.
So the comp's kind of hectic because of all the noise, but we're just really good at playing together. Like, we're the longest duo that have played together, so yeah, it's not
Great. Fantastic work, guys. Back to you, Ninja and Courage.
Thank you so much, Jordan. The duo of Vinny and Zexro, you know, they've always been known as being so aggressive. Yeah. From all the times we've seen them in these competitive tournaments, while they might be some younger players, they've definitely been around the block here competitively.
Again, you just see them, just like a lot of other talent here, always at the top of the duo qualifiers every single week. They qualify, they continue to keep playing and practicing. Guess what? They just took the game number 2. You gotta be pumped right now, man. Once you win one of these games, you can't let up, though. Again, and that's why I love that energy. Zex was immediately just, I felt like he was just talking about, what are we gonna do next? Hey, man, good job, we won that. Let's do it again, right? How are we gonna change? Maybe even do better somehow, get more limbs in game 3.
No, for sure, and they know that. They're not gonna take their foot off the gas pedal. Folks, we have our standings after game number 2. Where are things playing on out? It is still Zay and Sap at the top. Dubs and Mega at 18 points in second. Zexro and Vinny, with that performance, go from 0 points up to 17, Ninja. And that is the beauty of how this plays on out. Anyone can have a pop-off game and come right back. Mongrel and Mitro still in your top 5, as well as Serpent Hype, Darox, Item, Corwin, and Tux. Snappy and Red Rush all there. While Zay and Sap, you have a nice little lead right now. Nobody is safe from the rest of this lobby, I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, just take a look at the points, Courage. You got 11 points right
No
now.
creo, mi
Fell out of the
perro,
top 10.
usted.
But look at that. Storm and Epic Whale, 12 points. Daedra, M11C,
Dice que
12
soy
points,
un
12 points, 12 points.
delincuente.
All they need is 2 or 3 points, 2 or 3 extra eliminations right there, and boom, they'll move up 6 places. You know what I mean? So it's still anyone's game, all right? 2 pop-off games, 1 pop-off game, boom, you're already in the top 5.
Remember, if you get 50th place or 11th place, from that whole time in between, you win $100,000 as a duo.
Still.
But if you go from 10th up to 1st, it jumps all the way to $3 million. So everyone, eyes on that top prize. We are just 1/3 of the way through the action today, but I know we've had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, brother, to be here. That's going to do it for us for now up here on the caster desk. But
Vamos a verga. Dime. Come verga, pues.
Qué rico.
Chucha, te va a hacer igual a Sebastián, ya te dije. Te la canto desde ya. Va a hacer un gol y te vamos a decir Chancho Ruso número 2. No comienza esa huevada.
Soy yo, no, pues.
¿Te metiste a FIFA, mamá verga? ¿Por qué te metiste a FIFA? ¿Por qué te metiste? ¡Que eres cojudo, mijo!
Lo estoy viendo por la tabla.
¿Por qué?
El direct, porque no me carga por el play.
Reinícialo nomás, poco jugo.
Lo estoy viendo por la tabla.
A veces se buguea. Por eso es que escucho doble la huevada, pues mijo.
What better way to give back to you guys than to teach you how to say Fortnite from all around the world. So in just a moment, we're going to take a look at a video, and I can't wait because this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. A lot of work went into making this happen, so I can't wait for us to watch this together. Let's take a look.
Sí que estoy un delincuente.
comenzamos.
Hello Fortnite fam. 포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요. 예, 포트나이트 팀이야.
Un niño loco, qué asco.
Yo eres fan de Fortnite.
Puta. Francia.
What's up Fortnite fam? 포트나이트 팬 여러분들 안녕하세요. What's up Fortnite fam? Hey, son Fortnite fam.
Mira esos ratones, hijo de puta.
Was geht, Fortnite Freunde?
Uy, pues va.
What's up Fortnite fam? What's up Fortnite fam? Are you trying to the boss? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Mogra.
What's up Fortnite fam? What's up?
Tu huevada está atrasada.
What's up Fortnite fam?
Mijo, ¿y por qué no lo mira mejor por mi canal de YouTube? Así me ayuda. No sé, digo nomás, ¿no?
¿Qué dices, chucha tu madre?
Si tú lo miras por el canal de YouTube, mamá verga.
¿Qué dices, chucha tu madre?
Chucha, que lo mires por el canal de YouTube, mijo.
Pero mira ese hijo de puta.
¿Puedes hacer ese favor?
Sí, a ver esta boba.
Dime nomás si puede hacer el favor, nada más.
¿De qué?
Míralo por el canal, pues.
No te escucho bien, chucha tu madre.
Que lo mires por el canal de aquí.
Ah, del tuyo.
Sí.
No voy a escucharme yo mismo, no quiero, gracias.
Gordo hijo de puta.
¿Cómo que gordo hijo de puta? La puta es refletucha tu madre. Lo que hijo de puta.
The little drone, that's the battle bus. It looks amazing. The top balloon is actually the drone, so you've got the bus that's literally flying around. You best believe I'm not gonna mess around with my family. They're not ready for it. But there you go. There's some on the screen. Also, that drift shirt, by far, my favorite piece of merchandise ever. Those of you that really do know me, you know I love Drift. He's easily my favorite character. But just some cool things. If you're looking to get some World Cup exclusive thing, go ahead and take a look. Now, for those of you who have also been watching kind of all 10-week qualifiers long, you know we love Golden Boy. And there's actually one thing specifically he was kind of telling people as we were going through interviews. And that was, hey, when we get to New York, you're going to be in my hometown. Let's catch up and get a slice of pizza. Now, I know you're thinking, wait a minute, Zeke, what about like everyone else? Why is it just Golden Boy? Well, he's a Golden Boy and he's selfish and he wanted the pizza off for himself. Get called out. That's right. Now the world knows. But a few of those players actually took us up on the offer. They went out for some pizza. They had a night on the town. So let's take a look together and check this out.
Hijo de puta.
New York City. We got the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, the Empire State Building, and the first ever Fortnite World Cup Finals.
Liga.
I couldn't be more excited about
O
the greatest
Longuito.
Fortnite players from around the
Longuito
world coming
guapo.
to my hometown to duke it out.
Me gusta violar longos, pila.
World Cup qualifying players Aiden and Chinkin out to show
No hay ningún problema, ¿sí o no?
PC Gaming Cafe.
A mí me gusta coger a la hermana de mis amigos.
Verga. Mamaste.
¿Por qué crees que también estoy entrando en la hermana de Porta?
Cha verga, te mamaste, longo.
¿Qué te parece foto de la ñaña? De Porta.
Ah.
¿Qué te parece foto de la ñaña de Porta?
¿Quién es Porta?
Un man flaco de ese día que andaba con gorra, que jugaba conmigo.
Que lo sepas, mijo.
Chamo, que vale, verga. Un man que jugaba conmigo, un man flaco, man.
Pero si está buena, pase, mijo.
Le va a pasar una.
Sebastián.
¿Qué pasó? Se metió al grupo. Ese gado hijo de puta que han hecho el mamá verga.
Yo te respeto, longi hijo de puta.
I try not to take tournaments like too seriously. If I play relaxed, I feel like I do better. I remember when everyone's like, this guy looks like he's just chilling on his couch at home, the casters, and it was like, I was just relaxed, you know, and just I feel like I played better.
Okay. So gentlemen, we're going to be heading off to some different sites around the city. We're going to go to Washington Square Park, so let's go and check it out.
Como que no hay ningún jugador conceptual aquí, che tu madre. Aún de liga, pero la Honda.
Por nada, mamá verga.
Alright, so now here we are, Washington Square Park, gentlemen. And I love the fact that we've conveniently set this up.
Todo bien, longuito.
I'm not too sure. Is it like a king or queen? While we have this here, talk about competition. You guys are potentially going to be facing off against each other. Have you thought about that now?
I just don't want to feel the LT spam
¿Qué juego?
I've watched them play a little bit. Him and Zombie, they're very like.
Bueno, ese hijo de puta que se metió y ni habla.
Play without even talking. You guys know what you're gonna do. That's like.
Hijo de puta. Dígame.
What you guys are going to experience this weekend. This is the first Fortnite World Cup. You're going to be playing for millions of dollars, potentially. Has that even set with you guys yet?
Even if it's not me,
Tu madre, como que si la adoptó en la puta casa.
there's going to be millionaires.
Life-changing money.
Dígame. Dígame.
It's really nice to see people that nobody knows.
No quiero.
Alright, I'm going to dive more into that. But I think it's time to get a slice of pizza. Take you out for a good pizza. Get some pizza. Give everyone pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with 2 giant boxes of pizza. Say I won't, Paula. Say I won't. I kept telling people, hey, I want to get a slice of pizza with you. You know, all the players, they all ignored me. You know? So thank you guys so much for coming out. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this has been an incredible journey for you all. You're now on the precipice of one of the biggest events in the history of all competitive gaming.
I'm happy that it was a fair chance for everybody, you know, open qualifiers. Yeah. You could have no exposure, but if you're good, you get in the tournament. So yeah, I'm just really thankful to be here, and I'm going to enjoy my time here.
Yeah, and we just try to like make our fans happy. I'm really looking forward to play on stage in front of 100,000 people.
Do you feel like the fans and how they've been supporting you all on this road to this, do you feel like that adds a little bit to this pressure?
Honestly, it gives just more support for me. I feel more like happy to be here when there's all these people, whether they're rooting for me or other players. Fortnite's grown so much, and I just can't wait to see all like the crowd, and I know it's gonna get bigger and bigger every event. So.
Sí, man, verga, sí.
Best of luck at the Fortnite World Cup this weekend. Seriously, nothing but the best for you, but
que te meta la juego.
Most importantly, it's got the Fortnite World Cup.
Y te falta de experiencia también, eso es lo que crees cuando le sacó la
Mira ese gordo, tiene hasta teta.
¿Quién es Bixi, güey, puta?
Parece Pablo, hijo de puta.
Ah, la mamá, verga, está con nosotros.
Tú eres un gordo fitness, choque. No, salí de esta huevada. ¿Cómo que te estoy diciendo?
Obeso, chucha tu madre.
Obeso, que eres maricón para decirte obeso.
Gordito, bello,
Thank you, my friend. Nix and PF Zen Club Nix, you have been absolutely
no, yo no soy zorro.
In the last few weeks, especially where the solos and the duos are concerned. Being the
Eres
first
zorro,
Brazilian
pero me
player
la coma tu madre.
for the World Cup, can you talk to me a little
Ah,
bit
ya.
about the dynamic that the two of you
Todavía te das la paja con 2 dedos, maricón.
Você estava dominando nas últimas
Essa,
semanas.
verga.
Os qualifiers da World Cup. Você pode falar um pouco sobre a dinâmica de vocês?
Eu e o PFzinho costuma jogar bem agressivo.
Puta de
E
tu,
tentar
puta
pegar o
de la
máximo de eliminações
puta de
possível.
tu madre.
PFZ and I, we try to
Chuta,
play as aggressive as
así
possible
que
and get as
hablan.
many eliminations as we can.
As you should in the name of
Oye,
Battle
verga,
Royale.
hablan, loco. Yo quiero que inicie la puta partida. Que están
Es que
hablando
están
como
esperando para que abra el juego. Abre el juego para ver si ya vale.
Work with such a young and fiery player like Max.
PFzinho, você parece que você consegue contrabalançar o estilo bem incendiante deles. Como é que é isso pra você fazer esse lado balanceado?
No puedo con esto.
Tem uma role de suporte.
¿Cómo
Então,
que no puedes, loco, más verga?
e ele vai na frente.
Más verga.
Quando a gente
O sea, ya se metió hace rato y no ha hablado, Ese gordo de la verga, weón. El otro gordo, tu hermano. Son igualitos. Son igualitos, mamá verga, te juro. Y qué chucha, pues. ¿Y qué pasa? Ay.
He's just found the chicken parmesan. Someone whispered the word and he went running. You just see it. Also, big shout out to Nix and PFZen.
¿Está tu hermano en la casa, gordo?
Ya, pues loco, fue puta.
Solo te estoy preguntando, mamá verga, nada más.
Tío, con tu hueva, a ver, chucha tu madre.
Solo, no puedes decir sí o no, nada más, loco. Te hice una pregunta y ya, loco.
Ah, pues yo te lo estoy firmando, pues. Los hijos de puta.
Sí está, entonces sí está.
Ahora echamos la verga, la juega, ahora
Pero,
de todas maneras
si solo te estoy preguntando si está o no está. Mira el DJ, ahí está, pues loco.
como que yo diga, está la puta de tu madre.
Yo te estoy hablando con respeto, gordo de a verga.
La verdad es que le pone cool. Mire ese hijo de puta, vale, venga, tocando. Ay, hijo de puta, qué rico, pero.
All right, huge shout out to DJ Mike Rounds for the ones and twos here at the Arthur Ashe
¿Cuánto habrá banda de directo?
alongside Master D-Face, putting one boys back at it again, looking to bring you the fun as we have games 3 and 4 on deck.
Puta, me tiró un pedo el hijo de puta, loco.
Exciting events I've ever been to. That game 1 was ridiculous. Game 2
Ya no está ninja, pues.
No, it didn't. I thought for a second there we're going to see back-to-back performances from Zay and Sap. And I mean,
Monster
they
Face.
honestly did. Everyone that was in the top 10 contestant, even Miz and Deidre, they were performing. We saw them cut it all the way through. And it's that level of consistency that's going to cut the difference in making it all the way through the top 10.
You know, what I've loved seeing is
Me
that
tiraste un
standing
pedo y
stage,
todo,
top
chiquita tu
10
madre.
international through and through. You got the Japanese players popping off, European players popping off, players from New Zealand. Everyone's putting in every little bit they can. But folks, it's now time for game number 3. The players are all loaded up in the battle bus, and we are about to take off. Let's see who's going to get that much closer to raising the trophy
Let's
and
go,
being your
bitch.
Fortnite
Parece cigarrillo de ley, que con mi pedo.
Here we go.
Keep it going, Golden
Uy,
Boy,
ya va a
because we are
comenzar,
jumping
mis
into game
Ya
3.
comenzó.
As these cameras populate, your favorite competitors are here. They've made it this far. It's the duo competition. You were nervous before. Hopefully they kicked the bucket over this little break here, and they're back, and they're recuperating.
I know I practically kicked the bucket after Vinny's intro one game 2, man. I was feeling it, man. It was nuts. And there they are on your screen. So the drop for the bus here is going to be a north to south one going right over that I-spy.
Código Salvador, raya.
Yo marco.
¿Dónde quedamos? O sea, latifundio.
Ajá, vamos.
Oh, maricón, ya empezó la huevada y usted está jugando.
Estamos ahí, pues estamos jugando.
Poco jugo.
Estamos acá en Nueva York. ¿Qué más, pues, Mongre? ¿Está bien? Ah, Simón, más tarde.
El after con Mural y con Mietro. Hay gente, pila.
Mete un matorral, nomás.
Simón. Tengo mini, pila.
Tengo un juego grande. Ya murió, loco.
Here we have UN KBB. He's going to take down Mexi. Is Scram close by? Is he close enough?
El man está ahí, pues ñaño, el man está ahí, porque está haciendo en su casa. Ay, se fue la palanca, demasiado.
Dime la verdad.
¿Quién pone esas canciones que te hacen heladores?
La puta de tu madre, pues mamá ve.
Probably.
Muerto.
Oye, Sebastián.
Habla.
Que vale verga hablando, me está diciendo Fabricio.
La plena.
La plena, ese momento. Que te trabas como la verga.
Ya, si son hermanos, mamá verga.
Oye, pero, chucha, yo puedo ser el del man, pero tú eres un longo hijo de puta, nadie quita los longos, chucha tu madre.
Toñaña me lo quita. No me da las tapas.
Tu madre me lo quita. Qué marrecha la gente del longo como tú, chucha tu madre, la plena. Cerrando hijo de puta.
Duos, the Brazilian players, these guys qualified and they qualified with heavy.
Verga, me llama mi madre, hijo de puta.
Only players to like literally qualify as hard as you can in the, you know, for the weekend.
He was at it each and every week. You constantly saw him at the top every single time. It was so impressive, and also qualified for solo, so we'll be seeing next tomorrow. Then you got Scram, got 2 eliminations. But he's just hiding this one out. He hears them making all that ruckus, all the noise around him. Scram just does not want to give up his position. Perhaps he grabbed his teammate's reboot card. He's maybe looking for that play. The Knicks and PFZin, they have to have an idea of where he's going to be located here.
Yeah, he does not want to give up this position here. He's actually just hiding in the basement right now, hoping that these guys just kind of blow by like dust in the wind right here. As Knicks and PFZin, they think it's clear. They think it's all good because they came in and they just wrapped up one of the other players. They actually didn't initiate the battle against Mexi and Scram here. So Scram might just get lucky and be able to kind of sneak on by as he hears this powerhouse duo, this Brazilian duo, kind of loot their way through and make their way to the zone.
They definitely will because they're getting a lot of resources out of this. Scram over in the distance, he's going to be out of there, but now we're making our way over to the action. It's happening with 7SSK7. Got some amazing Crim. Now looking to push on for this fight here potentially. Got some shots going off. Crim's going to play that overlook position. Getting challenged there and trying to use that advantage from the download, a little bit of that right hand, right? Just see if you can get a peek in there. Does get tagged up, Crims. Guy does back away there, does manage to build out. Spades is gonna force him out. There you go. So they're just right now playing for that positioning, and I like the fact that they're using these, you know, the natural high grounds, right? Get to the top, hold it down. Don't really focus too much on just trying to get in their face quite yet. Give yourself that moment of opportunity and really get a lay of the land and then go in for the engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. The best duos will try their best to isolate their opponents, really force them into, you know, very weird situations like this, force the 1v1s, and hopefully get those free shots and then pursue the push here. So again, look at how now they're split up again. So Spades and Crims are doing a great job here pressuring and isolating their opponents right now. And so far, they're definitely dictating the pace of battle here. That's what they want to continue to do.
They're suffocating them, plain and simple, right? Not let them get any kind of movement there. Jam side in 7SSK7. They're looking, they're having a conversation of what the play is. What is the movement going to be? But Crims and Spades are not going to allow them that opportunity to breathe. That's going to be the down there. Crims managing to knock down Jam side. He's looking for 7SSK7 around the corner. And that's going to be the elimination registered. Both players are going to be out of there. And a big win there for Crimson Spades.
What a clean push right there. Crimson Spades have so much to prove here because when they qualified, they were kind of looked down on like, wait a second, was it luck? Was it not? No, they're here to show it off and show why they're in the World Cup Finals. But now, hopping back with Miz and Daedra, we saw them have a great game 1, game out, top 10.
Hijo de puta, ya la chucha tu madre.
based off of eliminations, not necessarily picking up too many placement points. They're heavily dependent on just piping up these players at these points of interest, and looks like Lucky Landings is theirs right now.
They'll have that, but let's see. It isn't Daedra. They linger about it. I love the fact that you go to this hot spot here, so there is going to be a bunch of free items that you're going to be able to pick up on. Also, you're going to have that circle advantage. It's right there, so you don't got to worry too much. You can continue to focus on looting. The high ground has been lost, though. Miz needs to be careful. Where's Daedra at? He's going to be right next to him, trying to get these angles.
That's what they have to do. They have to stick together. Looking for the sound cues right here. Can they find their opponent? Catch a nice little low ground peek right here. Low ground is definitely underrated. If you can just kind of peek out, catch a big shot, you're almost guaranteed a headshot, which is a big multiplier.
Yeah, players don't really think about that, right? Like you always see Fortnite players go after the high ground. That's the bread and butter for a lot of players that play this game. But you know better than most that the low ground can pay dividends for you if you know how to take advantage of that positioning, and maybe some overzealous players to try and get aggressive on you. You got Gustavo along with Wishy.
I'm actually very interested to see if Gustavo's going to lead this push here, because specifically between these two players right here, this duo, this Brazilian duo, Gustavo doesn't necessarily lead the pushes. It's Wishy. Wishy's the aggressive one here, so he has the ultimate high. He's always looking for the shot. What they're going to do is it's just a nice standoff.
Yeah, and that's this whole event, right? Players have just been very cautious about what they want to do. They're not trying to get too aggressive in these fights. They know what's on the line here. Millions in prizing is on the line. You do not want to make a bad decision. Be one of those teams that are eliminated out early on. But Gustavo's going to be putting shots down. Focusing this player, forcing him to actually build up. He has no builds to work with as well. 19 HP remaining, and just a hope and a prayer, but unfortunately for him, that was not going to be enough there. Gustavo's out. Wishy isn't going to happen for him either. And he's feeling it. That's going to be 2 elims for this duo.
You gotta love the snarky little smirk right there on his face when you get those 2 points. Feels so good.
It's really good. Feels really good. And then
Parpy,
and look at this. Parpy actually dealing with this battle. And this other player that actually got the high ground against him was focus firing on both. Parpy pushing back here. I wonder, you get split up like this. But they love playing a very aggressive style. They'll get in your face. They'll box you out if they need to.
Yeah, without a doubt, this duo was unmatched when it came down to eliminations in the qualifying rounds. They had the most, actually, and even pulled off a consecutive 5 games to qualify for one of the weekends. Another kind of reference to game 1. They had a great game 1. We saw them picking up duos, but we haven't seen them necessarily make it through the end game.
Ya, pero ahorita no voy a jugar, pues, yo me la voy a que me voy.
Being split up is terrible.
Also, in the distance, I just want to make note, Wolfie's a very aggro controller player. He's another one. I think that
sí, voy a ver ahorita qué hago en GTA y ya.
La mamá de Caramelito.
Others that just want to take early fights, get some points early on, because maybe they're playing that early game strategy rather than like focusing so hard. Like if you get late game, that's great, but you do want to rack up a few eliminations. Look how low the points are that have been thus far in games 1 and 2. Get yourself a few elims and then maybe
la mamá del hongo.
15, which is very hard given how many players have stayed alive in this game. We were at what, circle 5? Yeah, circle 5. Sitting at 45, 46 players are just waiting for movement.
Yeah, and that's where that storm surge kicks in, right? Does damage to players. That's feeling back. Crew and Chapters, one of my picks to watch. Have sort of been struggling in the format so far. I guess when the real pressure's on, you know, the environment shifts, right? Everything changes.
That's right. Everything changes here, and Crew does manage to get that shot off, or attempted to, with that tactical shotgun. It was not going to get the connection necessary there, but it did put the fear in the player to have to back away. Both players, well, respecting the space from one another. The stinkers come out. Crew and Chapix having to get out of there, and they're going to use those, I believe, the shockwave nades to just fly on out of there. Didn't see the purple over their bodies there, but they were able to fly on out of that fight. Could have gotten real risky for them.
I was going to say, that was a respectful disengage. You only got 6 games here, 2 of which have happened. They need big performances. They have to push towards placement and end game. So good on them to kind of back up, man. When you have stinkers, there's no defense against it. You get chunked down right through your builds. It really is annoying to go against. And speaking about the stinkers here, Epic Whale's under pressure right now, and that's just going to chunk him down. They force him off of the campfire, and we'll see if he returns to it. Yep, here you go.
Yeah, you're only going to get so much time with that campfire. Epic Whale along with 40R Storm. This is a Week 10 qualified duo. Last moment you could possibly have it happen. They managed to pull it off. Maybe this could be the game for them. Another dominating duo in the scene, Airwalks and Nikov. Airwalks winning the Pro-Am yesterday 2 times now. This is a whole new ball game. Best players in the world in this lobby. It's not going to be a cakewalk, and he knows that. It hasn't been the best run thus far for Airwalks and Nikov.
Yeah, and it was their last final games there. Notice the text right there. The fast track Airwalks and Nikov qualified for the Fortnite World Cup in their final 7 games. That's intense. They were struggling so close on the cusp every single weekend, so close to qualifying. If it was 5 placements, they were 6 or something like that. It was that close for them. But jumping in here, Crew is going to put some pressure down, and it looks like his teammate has been turned out as well. He's already gone.
Also going to see some eliminations over in the feed as well. You got Crew who just cleaned up on Volks, but Septic took out X-Men. And then I think I saw XXM pop up there on the receiving end of a shot there, so will be out of the action as well. Crew by himself has 1 elimination. Going to be looking to get as many points as possible. Now we're going to be sitting with 40 duos left alive. We're going into the next circle here in just a little bit. We're going to start getting laps. Salty Springs is going to be the point of interest for all of our players here. Got a lot of bodies that are going to be lingering outside. Some that are even as far out as Dusty Divot.
Oye, ¿tú crees que alguien reviva a alguien en un bus ahí en esa partida?
Trying to get some last minute loot perhaps.
Is Parpy looking for that peak? Volks and Parpy always tend to stay together, but wait a second, that was a tricky little shockwave right there. He did try to sneak his way into the build. He takes the wall. What are you going to do with it? Crew's still looking for the replacement here.
Catalizador.
Takes the wall. 184. Crew's excitement, you can feel it from here. That was a huge shot.
Volumen de tu huevada, que se escucha doble.
That's right. When you're feeling it, man. He went right for the fight. Ambitious.
No me vas a violar, no me vas a pegar.
No, porque no estoy allá, pues. Por la puta.
Uy, qué rico. Ay, qué tripa.
Just young ones. We have a lot of young fans here in the arena today. Maybe next year this could be them. And then you got a few of the veterans. Sextro, Vinny saw
Estamos perdidas. Estamos perdidas. Estamos perdidas. Estamos perdidas. Estoy perdida. Hijo de puta, ya me la saco. Ya me tiene una recha, mi madre. Ya me está pelando ya. Puta, que baje, que fila. Chuche tu madre, fija recha. Pero hijo de puta tu madre. Hijo de puta. Triple, chucha tu madre, fija recha.
Cállate, maricón.
¿Cómo que maricón? La puta de tu madre, pues longo hijo de puta. Pucha, ¿viste lo que en el equipo? Pues,
They've been a little quiet, man. They won WSOE, a great duo that has had success in the past, but this has just not been their game so far. Got to get something to turn it around. The talent is certainly there. I think I saw someone on the Fortnite competitive Reddit mention, why is no one talking about Cease and Elevate? And I think it's just important to note that in order for us to talk about it, they got to start doing some things. And I think games 1 and 2 has not been their game.
Yeah, and I mean, we were there in the warm-up rounds. A lot of players were not necessarily revealing strategy, but whoa, that's a huge shot on Ziff right there as Mitro sends one flying down the field right there.
Sent him packing. Dear me. All right, so back into the action at hand. We're going to have 36 duos left in this. Notable names, obviously, Mega and Dubs. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage. A lot of people in the crowd popped for Benji Fishy when he walked out, as well as Mr. Savage. For due reason, this is a stupendous duo. The double snipe combination from Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage.
Big shot right there. These double snipes, you gotta be careful. There's no standing still in a box here because you might eat one right there. They line up another.
Right.
Not quite successful that time around, but hey, all damage matters. Storm Surge, you want to be dealing damage. You cannot stay idle. There are no free passes at the World Cup.
Look what happened in game one, man. The Storm Surge claimed a lot of victims. You have to be engaging in fights. You cannot stay still. There's Fwexy and Letwick on the move. Nyrox right behind him. Cooler organization. Benji Fishy's going to be down. Just saw that one off on the side. Mr. Savage now having to deal with a player that had engaged on him. Going to get built above. He just needs to wait this one out here, but Benji does get cleaned up. Yeah, that was going to be Fwexy.
And that was such a sneaky ambush right there. He used his shadow bomb, pushed up. Notice Benji was kind of over-peeking, harassing players with that sniper. You cannot hold down scope right there. He ate a shotgun to the face, and that's why Benji goes down. And I love what Savage did here. He just went for high ground. He had to immediately get out of there and leave his duo behind. So what can Mr. Savage do? One of the best mechanical players here today. What can he do by himself?
It's not going to be easy. Not with a lobby like this. At this point in time, he's really just looking to play the keep-away game. Maybe he can pick off a player with that heavy sniper, get an elimination for himself. They only have 1 point right now, and they're nowhere near getting the placement points currently. He's still looking to harass some players. Put some pressure on them. Now you see that happen, half out circle. Only 2 duels are going to be inside of there. So everyone's going to have to start to move over to that east side. It's going to be a struggle for so many players. They're starting to make the moves right now. They want to try and gatekeep, prevent these players from getting inside.
This is a team we want to watch right now during this rotation. Mongrel and Mitro, they are masters at executing, especially when they have mobility like this to cut across the field. They are on the hunt right now, and there's no reason for them to rush. Once they spot out someone, they're gonna pounce. They're gonna jump on that target.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for you to make that mistake. And with the nerves at an all-time high here, players are certainly gonna make that error in judgment. Saw it happen in scrims when we were looking at players just getting warmed up. So much at stake here, but there's the launch pad. It's going to go out now. Need to be wary of getting beamed in the sky. So many times you think that you're just going to be sailing away with no problem, not a care in the world, and then you just end up losing all of your shields, all of your HP, and then that's it. You're done.
I've seen it countless number of times. People tweet out, you know, you fly across, you get taken out the sky, but it's all about timing. Neither Mitro nor Mongrel were shot once on that rotation, and it was masterfully done right there. And whoa, it looks like they're tracking so beautifully. Catches someone trying to just kind of rotate on by in a shadow bomb, but that was not enough.
You are not safe from the shadows there, buddy. Another thing, too, was that when they were out of position for a brief moment, the way that they were able to just get back together, right? That patience with one another, the communication, you need to have it when you're getting down to these final moments. 25 duos are going to still be standing here. You got Calculator and Macwood. They're going to have that high ground up above. Shouldn't be comfortable just yet, because anything can happen here. Look at where that next circle is going to be going. Moves need to be made.
With that RPG, I mean, they can basically take high ground at any given moment that they want nor choose. Calculator looking around, already on 4 eliminations for Macwood. Macwood did say he's the fragger of the duo. We'll see if Calculator can keep up right now. I am just poking good fun because Calculator loves to talk a big game on the social medias.
He really does, man. He's a character without a doubt. But right now, there's no fun and games to be had. This is game 3 of the Fortnite World Cup Finals. It's time to put up or shut up for a lot of these players.
Look at that, wasting no extra mats. They do not waste more than they have to.
This was earlier on. An elimination onto Mongrel and Mitro. There you have it. Out of the game once again. That duo, European powerhouse, going to pay there to Dubs and Mega.
So far, so good. Macwood, again, just holding this positioning right here. He is going to get blocked out with his teammate accidentally, but it's all good. This is still his ground to control right now. They have clear control of the skies here.
And they have a ton of builds to work with as well, Monster. 4 eliminations for Macwood. A great game for him thus far. That's 4 points for this duo, but he's going to be taking some shots. Has to be careful there. And there you can see the lay of the land, Monster.
Yes, the placement thresholds will be divvied out soon. There goes the Storm Surge already ringing down on players. Jay has to make a big move. Doesn't matter. Zate is going to wrap up right here as Keys goes down as well. And the shots are flying. And you can just look at the overhead, the chaos that's going on in the mid-ground specifically.
And look who's still in this, Saf. They're going to be in first place. If they keep this going, another dominant game for them, another high-placing game could be the difference maker to keep them in that first place position. Up on the high ground, Calculator and Macwood putting down shots yet again, not giving players any moment to be comfortable whatsoever. Look at the names that are here, though. The Rockets now starting to fly by Wolfies. Wolfies having to defend himself. Zate's going to be out of this one, so now it's going to be up to Saf. And Saf, he had to see his teammate go down, but his back's going to be to the Storm there. Now looking at Mega, who's waiting this one out. He knows on the right side of the screen, you can see it down low, that these players, they're going to try and force their way into his box, so he has to play defense. He has to disengage. And there's Saf, who just lost his teammate Zafe. Now he's going to be running this one solo. And then up above, it's Macwood and Calculator. This whole time, they picked up 3 eliminations from that whole exchange, Monster.
That's exactly where you want to be. They're still putting this pressure down. And Zaf is looking for one, but it's Vinny who's going to take him out right there. So Vinny's going to find his first elimination, and he has so much health. He is in the game right now, although by himself, because Zextro is down. And now Oslo, Bad Sniper, one of the few duos that are still left in this game right here. Arkham somehow, with a masterful rotation, he's still in as well. Bad Snipers at 11 eliminations with Oslo here.
Wow, unreal stuff. Bad Sniper is going to be out of this one. Macwood and Calculator still owning the high ground on the mid. Down below, Dubs and Mega, one of the premier duos here at the Fortnite World Cup Finals. Could they get the high ground and wrestle the control away from Calculator and Macwood? Oslo waiting for Vinny. You can see that engagement down low, but we got to focus on what's going on above here, because Macwood and Calculator, they have their eyes on Dubs and Mega, and they do not want to give them that freedom to dictate where they want to go. They want to try and pinch them. Arkram just eliminated Vinny on that, and it's going to be Oslo and Arkram down low, but you're going to have a clash, a 2v2 in the high and in the mid ground, and Dubs and Mega feeling that pressure, needing to just dial back here, wait a minute, because I think what they're doing is they're just trying to see if they're going to run out of builds. Potentially, I mean, the play here certainly has just been defense, defense, defense.
Yes, that's right. Oslo's now left by himself. All he has to do is time this fighter fight, so long as he doesn't bother them. But Dubs and Mega try to go for the high ground and make a fatal error. They fall to the low here, Golden Boy.
This isn't looking good there. Mega and Dubs, they have the low ground, the ultimate low ground. Oslo's going to be outside, but they get the elimination. Calculator and Macwood, they're holding the high ground, and that's the victory royale. Macwood pops off in game 3. 7 eliminations for him, 2 for Calculator, 9 total, plus the victory royale. 19 points for that duo. Crushed it.
There was just something about the loadout. Seeing that RPG once they already were holding the best point, the high ground. You just knew pressure, and that's what Macwood did there. What was it, 7 eliminations? Hey, shout out to Calculator too. He got a couple at the end.
Yeah, he had his back. Most importantly, Dubs and Mega constantly playing that defense. Credit to Macwood and Calculator for the way that they continue to apply the pressure. And then it was the shock, sending them down low, forcing them into that engagement. Credit to Oslo now, who took traps instantly to see maybe he can get a cheeky trap elimination. Didn't work out for him there, but a top 3 placing for him. Certainly got to be happy with that one. And then it came down to the final moment when Calculator and Macwood together were able to push his player with their combat shotties. Boom, that's the game. And look how happy they were there.
So good. Gotta love the reactions right there.
Whew. What a game that was. Had a little bit of a slow ramp up, you know. But that's what Fortnite will do to you. You're just talking, you're having a conversation about where the positioning is going to be, and then out of nowhere, boom, you're in the action, you're in the fight, and things start to get wild. Great game there for Macwood and Calculator. Calculator winning on the world stage, man. Look at that. Eat your heart out, Reddit.
I gotta say, you know, I'm sure he's proved a lot of people wrong, and you have to respect it.
Yeah.
But Golden Boy. I want to see where we stand here.
Where are we right now? So at the top, it's still going to be Saf and Zayt with 38 points. They have that victory royale from game 1 and 16 eliminations. Mega, Dubs, second place, looking pretty. No victory royales for them thus far. You saw Zexro and Vinny do the same thing, but it's Calculator and Macwood that jump up to 6th place. They have 22 points total. 12 eliminations in that game. They're finally in that top 10.
I want to take it one step further. Bad Sniper and Oslo jump up to 13 total eliminations. They didn't have anything up until this point. They just had one great pop-off game. And suddenly they're in the running here. It is anyone's game in the top 10 because you have to be consistent. And again, there's always those wild cards, those pop-off moments. And here's a look at page 2. Any of these guys are still in the running right now.
You got Bell and Scarlet, who've been wrestled out of the top 10. The Japanese duo who had a premier game in game number 1. Benji Fishy, Mr. Savage saw their demise earlier on. They're going to have 13 points there, but you saw the standings, and we're in game 3. And these games are going to be so critical. Games 3 and 4 really set that tone. Because once you get into like game 5, a lot of players are going to be down low. Like there's an opportunity for you to try and get your way into that top 20, which is where you're really going to start to get a lot in the prizing. But for the folks that are going to be sitting in top 10 right now, they're going to be feeling very nice about their current standings. For game 3 to be in 2nd place, Dubs and Mega, and then Saf and Zayt still performing so well.
And that's the crazy part. Dubs and Mega. Everyone has been rooting for them. They're like that wild card that came out of nowhere, and they really swept the competitive community hard lately.
Yeah, that's right. So I did get word. We have Jordan standing by with our winners from game 3. Jordan, take it away.
NA really showing up and showing off today. It's amazing, seemingly tapping in that nail on the coffin. Such a please pardon the pun, I have to say, calculated game here from Calculator and Macwood. Guys, well matted, well utilized. You dominated high ground, seemingly all of that in-game there. Walk me through that process of getting that high ground, attaining, and then dominating for the rest of the game.
Well, we were able to pick up 2 lucky eliminations on that outer circle. We were able to use our mats to build up. We were lucky enough to get half and half, and we were able to just beam people out of the air, hold high, and got lucky with a couple zones.
Amazing. Well, I mean, again, you had 3 games left to go. The strategy, is it going to continue to shift around a little bit, or are you guys going to maintain what you've been working on thus far?
I didn't hear the question.
Strategy, maintaining thus far. You guys have a very calculated and very patient game, seemingly leading all the way up to the end of the end game. Right. Walk me through your strategy for the end of the next 3 games.
Shoot them in the head.
Shoot them in the head. You heard it here first. Back to you, GV and Monster.
Calculator gets one opportunity to show the world his prowess and knowledge of Fortnite. He just says, shoot them in the head. You gotta respect it.
You know, some people, it's just that simple. And hey, man, maybe he's just wired that way, right? We're all wired a little differently. Calculator has clearly got his head on his shoulders, and he's ready to just shoot things.
Yeah, but Macwood was the one doing a bulk of the shooting in that last game. 7 eliminations for Macwood. He looked so great, and you would expect the young Calculator to be the one that leads the charge on slaying, but Macwood, man, holding it down. And let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I mean, you know, Macwood not that much older, right? But I think it's just important to note that you have to have teammates at any point in time to just pop off. Like, you need that. It's so necessary. Got to trust in your teammate. That's what makes a lot of these duos so successful.
Yes, I mean, we've seen it from the start of every round. Some teams are just more aggressive than others, and they know how to stick together.
A lot of great moments in that game, and good news for us is that we got Sundown standing by to break it all down. Sundown, over to you.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy and Monster. Now, we talked about Safe and Zat. We just got to talk with Macwood and Calculator, but Dubs and Mega had an incredible game from the early into the mid that they transitioned into a top 2 performance. So let's dive right on in and see what allowed to make them into the top 3. First, notice their elims in the bottom corner, but the rifle fire together. The second they see the shield is down, able to pick up 1. Mega is the one who is leading the charge here. He picks up all 4 of their first elims. You can see Waller plays down, and the trap is so intelligent. Double ticks going through, places the ramp so it's phased. Knowing the yellow is there, pushes in 2 more elims, chug splashes. Dubs stays up with just barely enough HP, and you can see he's trying to trap the floor every single time. Gets the mid ground control, 5th elim for Mega. We talked about how high their ceiling was, unfortunately using the shockwave to go down and end up at a low ground disadvantage. Calculator and Macwood able to ride it out, but now Mega and Dubs have pushed into that top 3, challenging to be the first ever World Championship duo. The team who has possibly the highest ceiling, full qualified solos and duos. The question is, in the last half, the last 3 games, will they be able to keep it up? Will NA stay on top? Will Serpent and Hype represent Oceania and upset the apple cart? I'm about ready to see some hype myself. Let's throw it back inside for the last 3 games. Gentlemen, take it away.
Well, if you want hype, got you covered, baby, because these games have been incredible. And if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. We're in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Game 3 just concluded. We had 3 different winners across 3 different games. This is our duos competition. These players are playing for a lot of money in prizing. So much on the line here. Lives will change forever after today for those players that are on the stage and some of the folks you're seeing on your screen right now in, well, I would say in a different situations than they would find themselves in. You got Vinny and Zexro, they're right there. Zayt and Sap, 3 games in, still holding on to first place. It has been wild stuff. Welcome, I'm Golden Boy alongside with Monster D-Face here, and it's been a great day. Really, there's nothing more that you could possibly say about it. And as I had mentioned,